Tonight, listen as your Columbia City Eagles take to the court.
It's neon night in the student section, right?
Yeah, I think so. Alrighty, well, good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to another night of Columbia City basketball. Sean Bledsoe, Sam Bechtold here as my color commentator tonight. And Sam, we've got another NE8 matchup between the Columbia City Eagles and the Huntington North Vikings. Columbia City University coming into this, they've had a really solid year so far, Sam, and then heading into tonight to their third conference game of the season, and in all of their conference games, they are undefeated. They are 2-0 as of right now. Blew out East Noble, and then they beat Belmont last week, and then heading into tonight, we've got a full JV lineup, which is something I guess Coach Philman is probably definitely very happy about, just because of how many COVID cases that have been on the rise. But we've got a full roster tonight for the guys, for the varsity team. I think we're short on Spellman tonight.
I think so,
as he's had some health issues. But we're here to call the JV game. And, I mean, you were talking about it a bit earlier, Sam. I mean, this junior varsity last year looks to be a bit shorter. But still, it kind of looks like a team that's I shouldn't say undersized, but just kind of short, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
like shorter than the average JV team.
Throughout warm-ups, though, I mean, they've been pretty solid from beyond the arc.
I mean, it'll come down to defense on the Eagles then as to how they can defend that. But they have a freshman game tonight that's being played in the auxiliary gym, and hopefully we'll get score updates from that from Andrew Thompson and company. But heading into tonight, Varsity Eagles are 8-3, as they'll look to improve their overall record to 9-3, and then conference record to 2-1 after that loss to Belmont last week. And that was a very, very close one. Came all the way down to the wire. Eagles were not able to finish that one off, but hoping to get another tally in the win column tonight, Sam.
100%, Sean. And when you talk about the defensive identity of this Eagles team, we're going to force you to beat us inside, and that's something that that's led to them having. And what are they? How many wins do they have? 8 or 9?
The JV teams, yes. I believe they're at 9. I think they're 9-2.
I think so,
or 9-1. Who'd they lose to? It was the one team that I remember
they lost to Carroll, and I think they lost to the Panthers.
Did they lose to? I'm not 100% sure. We're the ones that broadcast the JV games.
I
should know this by now, but that's our bad. But yeah, about another minute and a half until starting lineups are announced by Mike Hoppy. And I think we've got all of the senior banners up here in the gym, Sam.
It looks really cool.
If the camera ever gets on that up top, I'm not sure if it will, but you got the cheerleaders, the managers, girl basketball players, guy basketball players, guys wrestling and girls wrestling. And girls wrestling was down at state today. So around the halftime area, we'll update you with how the girls did down at state, assuming that they posted it to Twitter.
And I think that one of the assistant coaches, Mr. Strauss, our chemistry teacher and one of our science teachers at Eagle Tech, said that one of our girls wrestlers, Haley Thompson, if she continued to play and to wrestle well, she could have the chance to wrestle the number one girl in the nation.
It does. It does say right here, Haley Thompson with a first period pin and will wrestle for a state championship later tonight. Ooh. So Haley Thompson, one of Columbia City's seniors, will have a shot at a state championship tonight in her weight class. And we'll bring you many more wrestling updates later, as they have been posted on Twitter. But we will have starting lineups here for you in about 10 seconds. And I don't think, do we have underwriters tonight? Did Taylor not bring them? I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just deal with it. We'll just deal with it. We can ad-lib. We don't need underwriters.
We know more than this you.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to this JV contest between the Huntington North Vikings and the Columbia
Yeah, Mike Hoppy on the microphone there.
Starters for the Huntington North Vikings. Number 20, Lawson Doyle.
Starters for Huntington North for the JV team. Number 20, Lawson Doyle. Number 21, Brody Swadner. Number 23, Zach Nash. number 30, Asher Chipchowski, and number 33, Sam Double. Starters for your Columbia City Junior Varsity Eagles: number 3, Stratton Fuller; number 14, Aiden Denning; number 24, Kobe Crawford; number 22, Cam Hogue; and number 30, Brady Hartman.
The traditional starting lineup for this foam and lead team.
Yep. And the one thing that we've seen throughout the course of this entire season is that substitution between Crawford and Crossan, just the use of both of them. Yeah, exactly. As Marty Klimek has a basketball. Captain Klimek on the scene, as Stever would like to say.
He runs up and down the court faster than some of the players do.
Yeah, that's very true. And we'll have Cam Hogue jumping for the Eagles, as we've seen that for the entire season so far. He'll be jumping against number 30, Asher Chipchowski. And we got 7 minutes up on the clock. Ball's in the air, and that tip is controlled to Huntington North. It goes into Swedener's hands and then over to Double. Double across the midcourt stripe for the first time tonight for the Vikings. Dribbling around on the volleyball line now, rotates to his right, throws it over to the right wing, down low to the blocks to Doyle. Doyle cross-court pass to the left wing to Nash for a 3. Back iron, no good. Ball gets battered around, and it's going to be off of number 30, Chipchowski. Columbia City ball.
Already we're starting to see what the Vikings want to do on the offensive side of the ball, and that's dish it inside and then kick it back out and try to pass for an open shot on the three-point line.
Fuller across the midcourt stripe for the Eagles. First time this game. Gets down to the right wing. Pump fakes. Left wing over to Hartman. There it is. Brady Hartman with an early 3, as we've seen multiple times this season. Columbia City leads 3-0. Vikings on the other end of the floor. It is Nash. Feeds it down low to the big man, Chipchowski, and that's an easy lay-in.
You get that offensive awareness on the other end. You got to have that defensive awareness on the other side. You got to get back even after a really cool three-pointer by Hartman.
Left wing now, Denning for a 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound to Crawford. Backs it out top the key to Fuller. Fuller right down central into the left corner to Hogue. Hogue for a 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Huntington North. That's Swedener. They throw it up court to Doyle in the paint. That pass is picked off by Hogue. Hogue going up the right sideline here, down to the right wing. Top the key, Hartman. He goes right down the paint, loses control of it, and it goes into Huntington's hands.
Eagles just need to slow down the tempo on offense. They're trying to match what the Vikings are doing and trying to put a lot of points on the board fast.
Nash to the right wing to Swedener for a 3-pointer. That's off the mark. They try to save it, and they do. They get it out top the key over to Nash for a 3. Off the backboard, no good. Ball gets tipped around, back into Huntington's hands. Top the key now, right side, over to Nash. Nash down low to Doyle. Doyle making a move in the paint off the blocks. That's no good. Rebound to Crawford. He hands it over to Fuller. Fuller across the half-court stripe, down to the left elbow, over to Denning in the left corner. Denning, cross-court pass to the right wing to Hartman, down to the right corner to Hogue, and then they back it out, top the key to Denning. Denning now gets down the left elbow into the left corner to Fuller, and there's a 3-pointer.
We haven't seen him extend his range all season, and that's a sign of promising things.
That's one of the few 3-pointers I think Fuller's knocked down this season. That he's even taken, let alone. Columbia City leads 6-2 with 4:45 left in the first quarter. Huntington on the other end of the floor throws it away, and it'll be Columbia City ball.
Just a little miscommunication on the guard play, but already we're starting to see the Eagles are playing pretty solid defense, but when the fast break is happening, and even if you have numbers on the defensive side, you have to be able to swarm to the ball and force a lackluster pass, and that's what they did on that last defensive possession.
Fuller down to the top of the key here, gets down to the right elbow, left wing now. Hartman for another 3. Bang! There it is, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc for Hartman.
The screens on both the elbows are creating so many open shots for Brady Hartman.
Double on the other end of the floor for the Vikings. Gets it down right wing over to Doyle. Doyle looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Round back top the key to Swedener. Swedener swings around left side to left corner to Double for a 3, and he makes that one.
Hogue gave him an inch too much there.
Hogue on the other end of the floor, down into the right corner, and then he'll back it out high right to Fuller. Fuller back over to Hartman, goes down to the left elbow, kicks it out into the left corner to Denning. Short on that one. And
over the back there.
Yeah, it's going to be on Kobe Crawford.
Kobe Crawford almost could have been on ESPN You Got Mossed if he would have actually got up there. And
Crawford's first, team's first, with 3:51 left in the first. Columbia City applying a 1-2-2 trap full court press. And Huntington gets across the midcourt stripe to get down to the left block to McCarver, and then he loses control of it. Turnover for Huntington North.
We see if the Eagles want to really get in the minds of their competitors, they bring out that 1-2-2, and that forces so many errant passes, and that's something that Coach Philman has to drill into his guys and say, we can run this defense better than almost anybody we're going to face.
Fuller up the right side over to Denning. To Hogue, back down to a cutting Fuller on the blocks, and that's an easy bucket there for Fuller.
Great job by Fuller, the guard, to finish through contest.
11-5, Columbia City leads, and Fuller gets a steal in the backcourt. Down to the free throw line, he loses control of it, goes into Double's hands. On the other end of the floor, he tries to go coast to coast, and that's no good. Foul on Huntington North. It'll be on McCarver as he was going for the ball.
That was a great move by the Vikings there. That Euro step just couldn't fall, and then you have a little tic-tac foul that's added on for the Vikings.
3:12 left in the first quarter. Columbia City leads 11-5. Fuller across the midcourt stripe once again, hands it over to Denning. Reverse it back top the key to Hogue. Hogue looking for something, gets over to Crawford right wing. Crawford into the right corner to Denning. Down low to the baseline to Hartman, and then they back it out top middle to Fuller, who elevates, fires from the left elbow.
That's something that Fuller brings as a guard, his ability to elevate and create separation.
13-5, 2:45 left. Columbia City still bringing the full court pressure, and Huntington gets it across the midcourt stripe down low to the blocks to McCarver, and he throws it off to his man Doyle down low. Puts up a shot that's no good. Rebound goes into Hogue's hands, and then up to Fuller for a sweet reverse layup there.
He's been all over the floor tonight, Sean.
He has. As Fuller extends Columbia City's lead to 10 with 2:20 left in the first. Huntington down to the right wing now. That's Chipchowski. And then he backs it out to the Columbia City logo to Swadner. Swadner now down to the right wing to Doyle. Doyle dribbling around now. He'll reverse it out top of the key. Feed it down to the right elbow to Chipchowski. And then he'll back it out over to the left wing to Double. Double down low to McCarver. McCarver makes a move that's stolen by Denning. And it goes off of McCarver, and it'll be Columbia City ball.
In these games that the Eagles start to pull away, we see how well Aiden Denning can play defense. And once he starts getting on that ball on the defensive side, you see that the Eagles really get a lot of momentum going on both sides of the ball.
As Eberly is checked into the game, as well as Tyler Crossan. Left corner now, Hartman. Dribbling around, top of the key to Fuller. Fuller gets down to the free throw line, elevates, fires, and he makes it. Another mid-range jumper.
That mid-range jumper is something he's adding to his arsenal here.
Minute 30 left. Columbia City leads 17-5. Another steal for Fuller in the backcourt. Flips it up to Eberly. Back it out to left wing to Hogue for a three. Big! Columbia City up 20-5 here in the late first quarter in this JV game.
Quite the scoring run the Eagles are on right now.
Huntington gets across the midcourt stripe down to the right corner. That is Swadner. And it's going to be an Eagle foul there on Cam Hogue. His first, team second, as Zach File will check into the game for the Eagles, and Doyle will check back into the game for the Vikings.
You're already seeing how physical NE8 basketball is, even at the JV level.
Yes. Swadner to inbound it under the right portion of the basket, kicks it into the right wing to Nash. Nash gets down to the blocks, and then he'll back it out right wing. Now to the top of the key, it is Doyle. Doyle back down to the right wing to Nash. Foul on the play, and it's going to be another Columbia City one.
It's going to be an off-the-ball foul on Eberly.
Yep. It'll be Eberly's first, team's third, with 1:03 left here, as Columbia City leads 20-5. Huntington to inbound it. They get into the right wing. That is Nash for a three, and he makes that one. And a timeout to Huntington North as Columbia City leads 20-8 with a minute left here in the first quarter. And Sam, I mean, this has been all Columbia City. They've done everything from getting it done in the paint, anything from mid-range, and then anything from beyond the arc as well. They've been firing on all cylinders.
That's 100% right, Sean. I mean, you talk about on the offensive side of the ball for the Eagles, you're seeing how hot Braden Hartman's possibility is, and once you get him going from the three-point line, he's gonna warrant and need more than one defender on him at all times from beyond the arc. So you see the Vikings are starting to bring 1 to 2 guys to try to trap him, but that always gonna, simple math, they leave somebody open, and Braden Hartman's passing vision is good enough to find that open man.
As your current lineup for the Eagles right now is Bile, Fuller, Hartman, Crossan, and Eberly. And Fuller bringing up the floor once again for the Eagles. Gets across the Columbia City logo, down to the top of the key, rotates to his right side. Goes to a cutting Hartman on the blocks. And that doesn't go in. Rebound to Huntington North. That's Nash pushing it up the floor. He elevates from the blocks, and that one rattles in.
That was a circus shot.
Yeah. Fuller coming across the timeline once again. Eagles could be holding for one here as Coach Philman's barking out orders. 30 seconds left, and Fuller's just going to hold it high right and dribble some clock out.
Already on both blocks, you see Crossan and Bile with the size advantage for the Eagles.
Hartman now high left. Plays catch with Fuller. Again, dribbling around high right, and that ball is picked off there by Wagner. Wagner on the other end of the floor. That doesn't go in. Put back doesn't go in either. They push up the floor to Crossan, the Eagles do. Over to a cutting Bile on the blocks. And that's good. And Nash is going to load up a three-quarter court shot that is short. In the first quarter action here at Columbia City High School in this JV game, Columbia City leads 22-10 as Sam Ash and Caden Kaufman will check in for second quarter action.
Just some quick underwriters off the top of our heads because we don't have the underwriter sheet. Thank you to Flowtech Heating and Plumbing for sponsoring our microphones tonight. I know that you can reach them locally on the line or on the website at flowtechpnh.com, and they've been somebody that's been sticking with WJHS for a long time, so big shout out to Flowtech.
Sean Bledsoe, Sam Bechtel courtside here at Columbia City High School for this JV game. Huge thank you to Courtney back at the station for getting us on the air. So once again, Columbia City leads 22-10 at the end of first quarter action. It's been all Columbia City. Hartman's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Hogue's 1 for 1 from beyond the arc. And Fuller's made a couple of mid-range jumpers, and it's been done off the blocks and in the paint too with Bile and Crossan and Crawford.
Just some first quarter game notes that I jotted down. The Vikings' huge question on offense is how can you break the man after that 1-2-2 is surpassed from beyond half court. When you get into enemy territory, how are you going to be able to break man? Are you going to use screens or passes? Because dribbling through this man that the Eagles have and trying to drive inside is not going to work, and you see that reflected by their 10 points.
Nash across the midcourt stripe for the Vikings for the first time in the second quarter. Hands it over right wing to Wagner. Wagner now backs it out top of the key to Swadner. Swadner trying to make a move on Kaufman. Dishes out left side to Nash. Nash now picks up his dribble, and he has to force it off to Chipchowski. Chipchowski going baseline, feeds it down low to Nash. Nash back over to Doyle on the other end of the block, and that's good.
That was solid defense for the Eagles there, but just a better shot for the Vikings.
Kaufman across the half-court stripe, feeds over to Eberly, right side, and then they back it out top of the key to Bile. Bile back over to Eberly at the top. Dribbling right now, swings it over left side to Kaufman. Kaufman tries to penetrate, he's backed off the play, tries to throw a pass to Eberly. That's picked off by the Vikings. Other end of the floor, that's Nash for an easy layup.
Already this Eagles lineup without Brady Hartman is just a different breed.
Columbia City up 22-14 here with 5:57 left in the second quarter. Kaufman penetrates, nearly throws that ball away, goes into Biles' hands, back over right corner to Ash for a three. All that rattles around, doesn't go in. Rebound goes to Wagner. Wagner goes coast to coast, puts it off the glass, and it's going to be a blocking foul there on Ash. And Wagner will make a trip to the free throw line for the Vikings.
The Vikings, they're just playing straight up man, and they can do that when you don't have that sharpshooter Hartman on the floor. So the substitution here is going to hopefully allow the Eagles to regain that offensive scoring run.
Wagner for first trip to the free throw line tonight, and that's a back iron, no good, as both Denning and Hartman will check into the game. One for Cross and one for Bile.
Substituting the bigs out for the shooters. I guess they want to match the height that Huntington North has, but has the faith that their shooters has a hotter hand.
Yeah, as you can say, all of our big guys are out. Wagner sets fires, and he makes the second one. Closes Columbia City's lead to 7 as Denning will bring it up the floor for the Eagles. Gets down, hands it over to Kaufman. Hands it over to Denning. Denning now being heavily pressured. Gets it out right side to Ash. Ash gets down to the right wing. And he'll back it out, top the key to Denning. Denning now down to the right elbow, puts a spin move on his man, feeds it out to Kaufman, right wing. Kaufman goes down to the blocks, cross-court pass to Ash in the left corner for 3. That's an air ball, short-armed it. And it'll be a rebound for Huntington North, and give it over to Double. Double over to the right side in the backcourt to Nash, and Nash comes across the half-court line, excuse me. Doyle now left wing, feeds it down to a cutting Wagner into the left corner to Nash now, and he makes that one. Nash is knocked down a couple.
About that shot too.
Yeah, he's knocked down a couple of clutch threes here to bring Columbia City's lead to 4 now with 4:45 left in the second quarter. Eberle down to the left wing to Denning for the Eagles. Denning backs it out to Eberle, then down into the paint to Kaufman. Kaufman reverses the court, throws it to the right side to Ash, and then they'll back it over left wing to Denning. Denning puts a spin move on his man in the paint, dishes out left corner to Eberle. Eberle down low to a cutting Hartman, and he makes that one as he lost control, but he regained control for that layup.
Great offensive possession there for the Eagles to drain more than half a minute off the clock there.
Doyle on the other end of the floor for the Vikings, hands it over to Nash on the Columbia City logo. Back down to Doyle on the right wing. Doyle gets down on the right elbow, throws it over left side to Nash. Nash will open another 3. Rattles around, doesn't go in. Ball goes behind Kaufman's head, straight into Huntington North's possession. And they're going to call foul there on Columbia City. It's going to be on Sam Eberle, his second, team's 4th, I believe. And Hogue will check into the game, as well as Fuller and Crawford, as Ash, Eberle, and Kaufman will head to the bench.
He's a scrappy guard, and he's going to create turnovers, but he's also, those turnovers might warrant some fouls.
Down low in the paint now, it is Doyle. Doyle backs it out, top of the key, over to Double. Double will let the dust settle and set up a play here. Throws it left side over to Nash, down to the left wing to Doyle. Doyle now top of the key over to Swadner. Swadner gets down to the free throw line, puts a spin move on his man in the paint, and then they'll back it out top of the key over to Nash. Nash now right wing over to Swadner, down low, and he overthrew his man. Another turnover for the Vikings as Denning comes across the comes down to the top of the key, feeds it down to Hartman in the right corner, and then they feed it down to Crawford. That ball is knocked away. Still be Columbia City ball.
I was wanting Hartman to pull up there once he shook his first man.
Yeah, he pump faked the 3, and he got his man to move. Quickly into Hogue, and that ball gets knocked away from him, goes into Double's possession for the Vikings, and Double will again let the dust settle and throw it over right side over to Nash. Nash down to the right wing to Doyle. Doyle in the right corner now, backs it out, top of the key to Swadner. Swadner, left side now over to, that is Nash. They feed it down low to the big man. That is Chipchowski, and he makes an easy layup there.
The diving attempt on defense, go for the ball, doesn't get it, and it's 4-on-5.
Columbia City leading 24-20 with 2:45 left in the second quarter. Forward down to the blocks, dishes it out, top of the key now to Hartman. Hartman left wing Denning, cuts across the paint. Top of the key now, Hogue for a 3. Bingo!
Nothing but net there, Sean, and he's getting that shooter stroke back.
Yeah, he's getting hot as he's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Same thing with Brady Hartman. Huntington North on the other end of the floor. That is Chipchowski off the blocks, and another good bucket there from him in the paint.
Eagles will gladly trade 3s for 2s here, though.
Fuller down to the free throw line, left corner now. Hartman for 3. Bingo! Brady Hartman is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc tonight.
Back-to-back offensive possessions. That's 6 points there for the Eagles.
30-22, Columbia City leads. Minute 58 left. Nash goes coast to coast, can't put that one in, and then they get the rebound and they back it out to Doyle. And Doyle will head back out to the Columbia City logo, feed it down the left corner to Swadner. Swadner pump fakes, tap the key now, back to Nash, right side. Over there, that's Double. Elevates in the paint, doesn't go in. And Columbia City gets a rebound. It'll be Hartman bringing up the floor down the right sideline. Over to Denning in the right corner, and Denning travels.
Let's take the third step there, drag that second foot, and we've seen that called by the Stripes a bunch this season.
We have. We've had a lot of more calls. I think we've had more travels than fouls called this year.
Yeah.
That may be a thing.
And a lot of illegal substitutions.
Huntington North to bring it up the floor with a minute and a half left. It'll be double. Gets it over right side to Doyle in the backcourt. See it comes across the timeline once again. Throws it over left side to Double in the front court. Down low into the left corner to Swadner. And that pass is picked off by Fuller. And it's going to be white ball.
There was no signal from the...
No, there was nothing, yeah.
White ball.
And it'll be Fuller bringing up the floor for the Eagles here. The minute 9 left. Gets down to the top of the key, left side now. And he'll get back down to the right elbow. Throws it over to Hartman for another 3.
He is hotter than hot right now, Sean.
As this is the hottest that Hartman has been this entire year. Huntington on the other end of the floor. That's Doyle. Gets down to the blocks and backs it out. Top of the key to Double. Double back down to a cutting Wagner, and he's fouled.
Let's talk about the offensive identity of the Eagles right now. And it normally hasn't been able to rely on those 3-point shots, but without these 3-point shots, you don't have an 11-point lead on the Huntington North Vikings.
That's very true. That foul went to Crawford there as Wagner makes another trip to the free throw line as he makes the first one. Tyler Crossing going to check into the game for Kobe Crawford yet again.
I do like it when Coach Hillman has at least either Crossing or Crawford in the court because it brings that defensive side of the ball to the Eagles.
Wagner sets fires, and now it's only a 9-point lead for the Eagles, 33-24, with 43 seconds left in the second quarter. Hogue will throw it into Fuller, and Fuller bring it up the floor for the Eagles. And he'll go up the right side here. He'll be nearly forced into a trap. Now he is forced into a trap down to the right corner. Denning back out top the key to Fuller. Fuller cross-court pass to Hartman in the left corner. Hartman now throws it down low to the blocks to Crossan. Crossan puts a move on his man. Ball gets knocked away from him, but that's because somebody grabbed his wrist. That'll be a foul there on Huntington North. On number 20, Lawson Doyle.
I think the Vikings are going to start getting a little chippy with Braden Hartman to try and cool him down because they got to do something to neutralize him because putting 2 guys on him is not helping.
Hartman now left corner for another 3. Oh, that's his first miss on the night. Vikings rebound. That is Double bringing it up into the paint. Throws it over to his man Swadner for a mid-range jumper. That's no good. They get the rebound for a putback. That's Double. Back iron, no good. Fuller with 4 seconds left. Loads it up from beyond the arc. That goes off of one leg. And are they calling that off?
Hasn't been put on they call that a 2.
They're calling that a 2, okay. And
I thought he was behind the arc there.
Yeah. It was relatively close. It was very quick as he came up the left side. Yep, they're going to add it on there. In the first half action here at Columbia City High School at the end of the first half in this JV game, Columbia City leads Huntington North 36-24. We would read underwriters to you, but we don't have the exact list in front of us. We got ProFed Credit Union, Morse's Builders Mart,
ProFed with a new location near Walmart off of US 30.
Gosh, it's not Move Over Ice Cream. It's harder when you don't have the list in front of you.
Move Over with those alternative desserts, alternative to ice cream.
Oh, jeez. I can't think of any more, but you know what? It's all right.
Myers, Hockmeiger, McNaghy, LLP.
Right across from the post office for all your wall area needs, I guess.
Yep. Move Overs across from Ball Furniture.
Yeah, we don't have the underwriters list. But that's just something that we're going to have to deal with. We got some guys warming up here. We got the entire Huntington North lineup.
You know, maybe one of these days when Andrew Thompson, a.k.a. T-Bird, brings the list, I'm going to have to take a picture of it, and we're going to have to favorite it or something.
Yeah, yep. But we'll have you got Seth Mills and Jackson Crawford putting up some shots here, getting ready for the varsity game. You got a couple of the varsity guys to our left: Andrew Hedrick, Grant Wilson, Clayton Scott. I think that's him on the end. But Sam, in that first quarter really it was all Columbia City, and then Huntington North started to mount and come back. But then as soon as they did, Coach Philman substituted his guards in with Hartman and Fuller. and Denning, and then they gained another 12-point lead. Really not surprisingly with how the guards play in the first quarter there, for them to continue into the second quarter when Coach Philman subbed them back in. But, what else can you expect? Hartman's been hot. Hoag's been hot. Defensively,
Bowler's been hot.
Yeah. And defensively, the Eagles have been locking it down for the most part.
Mm-hmm. And you talk about the tenacity of the Eagles on defense. You look at the guard play. You talk about the guard play on offense. Talk about the guard play on defense. You have Fuller running all the way over, running all around the court, and I think it was a smart move for Coach Philman to give him a few minutes rest there, because he's got to be tired. I mean, he's in all the shape in the world probably, but when you do that many almost down and backs, it starts to get to you.
Yeah. As we had Fuller sub out, I think, once there in the first half. Mm-hmm. But other than that, he was out there on the floor for the majority of it.
The mass substitution. I think it was when Kaufman came in, Fuller came out.
Yep. But Columbia City leading 36-24, and we'll talk to you about some other Columbia City sports real quick if I can pull them up on Twitter. And we do have. We did say at the beginning of the broadcast that Haley Thompson has the chance for a state championship later tonight. That was posted an hour ago, so she may be in her match right now.
We've got word that somebody should be bringing the underwriters to us. I think it's Melanie Bechtold, a.k.a. Mrs. B, a.k.a. my mother.
Let's see. Jaden Gilbert drops her first round to finish out her senior year as a state qualifier. Lauren Platt earned a bye to guarantee a top 8 placement. Vivica Shakan drops her tough first-round match as well to end her senior season as a state qualifier. Hannah Maggard also drops her first match as well. She is a freshman at the state level already. Mm-hmm. She's going to be really good here within the coming years when she gets to her junior, senior year. I would not want to be wrestling against her, that's for sure, as she's put up some impressive wins this season. Tabitha Barkas, she dropped her first match. She ended her senior season as a state qualifier. Let's see, Michaela Clifford, she got a pinfall to advance into the top 8. Then once you got to the quarterfinals, you had Platt, Clifford, and Thompson that were still wrestling. Lauren Platt lost her quarterfinals. She drops to the wrestlebacks. And then Haley Thompson, obviously, she advanced to the semifinals, and then she won that semifinal match. Michaela Crawford dropped a heartbreaker there in the top 8. She went to the wrestlebacks. Lauren Platt ended up injury defaulting out of the tournament. She placed 8th. Michaela I keep saying Crawford, not Clifford. She will wrestle for 7th. That was posted an hour ago, as well as the Haley Thompson with the first period pin and wrestling for a state championship. So good luck to both Michaela Clifford as she's wrestling for 7th, and Haley Thompson wrestling for a state championship later tonight.
We're going to give Sean a break, his vocal cords a break here.
Yeah,
and actually read off the entirety of a few of our actual underwriters. Got the piece of paper in front of me. CCHS recognizes and gives a thank you to Western Garage, hoping to print 400 shirts for the student section from football games. Western Garage is on the scoreboard tonight, helping us score spirit. They are in Whitley County with car mechanic services on the north side of Columbia City at North 250 West Road. WJHS play-by-play is brought to you in part by ProFed Credit Union, so I'll get to fully explain what ProFed can do for you, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking. To ProFed Credit Union, 37,000 ATMs and 12 Northern Indiana locations in Columbia City, right next to Walmart at profedcu.org and in a new location. Tonight's game feed is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington and Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Online at morsesbuildmart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871. And this broadcast is brought to you by Bart's Car Store, a selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne.
Sean Bledsoe saying back to the courtside here at Columbia City High School for this junior varsity game. We're at halftime with Columbia City leading 36-24 over the Huntington North Vikings. And we have yet to see the reappearance of either of the junior varsity teams yet, as both coaches are still talking it over in the locker room. Got the varsity teams warming up here for their game later on. That'll be Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry calling that game. As I did get word that we may have some college coaches here in the building tonight, Sam, watching that varsity game.
Are they watching players from both teams? I wonder who they're actually going to be scouting.
I am not 100% sure. I heard that there were going to be a couple schools here. I heard Huntington was going to be in the building. Most likely looking at a couple of our varsity players. One of them sitting to our left, actually. Andrew Hedrick.
He's dialed in. He's
in. Yeah, he's focused. As Columbia City Junior Varsity team makes a reappearance on the floor. 2:20 left in this warm-up, or in this halftime period, as the Vikings will take the floor once again. And Sam, heading into this second half, I mean, we saw that Columbia City their offense was firing on all cylinders from beyond the arc, mid-range, in the paint. They've been able to do it all. And, I mean, looking forward to the second half. What do you think that the Eagles need to do in order to secure the win?
Just keep giving the hot hands a rock, and that's been the two shooters for this lineup. And we're adding a third shooter possibly to this identity of this Eagles offensive side of the ball, and that's Cam Hogue. But first of all, your first look, if you're pushing the ball down the court, if you're Stratton Fuller and you're bringing the ball up, my first look is where's Hartman and how many guys are on him?
Yep. As Hartman is 4 for 5 from beyond the arc tonight, Hogue's 2 for 2. As combined, they have 18 points of the 36. So half the points have been from beyond the arc.
And you also have Fuller's floater at the end.
Well, he actually had 2. He had one in the corner, and then he had one there on the left wing. So really 24 of the 36 points.
I wonder what the Eagles' three-point field goal percentage is.
It's probably through the roof right now, I'd assume.
That's something you really can't plan for if you're Huntington North.
Yeah. But if you're Huntington North, Sam, in order to come back from this 12-point deficit and get the win, what do you think they need to do?
If Brady Hartman subs out of the game, you're free to play man-to-man on the defensive side of the ball. So that's going to allow you to, play with some tenacity. And we saw that defense worked for them. They were able to force turnovers when a majority of the starters were out, getting some rest for the Eagles. So how do the Vikings play man-to-man, and how do they find the right guy to guard Hartman one-on-one?
Yeah, we saw them fall back into a 2-3 zone once Hartman got back on the floor, and it was slightly effective.
But that man-to-man was extremely when Hartman.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, Hartman was able to have a couple screens and find himself an open shot. Hogue to inbound the ball here for the Eagles. He gets it into Fuller in the backcourt, and Fuller will come across the midcourt stripe for the first time this half. Throws it over left side to Hartman. Hartman left wing, tries to go baseline. He's backed off that. He reverses, goes down to the blocks, and he puts up a shot, but he's fouled there. I believe that's going to be on double. No, that's going to be on Nash.
If you're playing that in 2K and Braden Hartman's a 2K player, and that's a smothered shot, and the ref's going to blow his whistle.
First trip to the free throw line for the Eagles tonight as Brady Hartman knocks down that first free throw. Extends Columbia City's lead to 13. And he sets fires and makes the second one. 14-point lead now for the Eagles, 38-24, as they're going to bring back that 1-2-2 full court press. And that pass is deflected by Hartman straight into Fuller's hands. Fuller spin moves in the paint, left corner to Hartman, now left wing over to Hogue, and that rattles around no good. Rebound to Fuller there in the paint. He puts up a turnaround jumper, doesn't go in, and that's going to go into Huntington North's possession. It's going to be Nash to bring it up the left sideline for the Vikings, and he'll back out to the Columbia City logo. Throws it over right side to Double. Double now top the key to Chipchowski over left wing now to Nash. Nash down in the paint. Backs it out left corner, and that's a good three there.
Fuller coming out of the break really has to close out better.
Fuller down the right sideline. Across the midcourt stripe, that pass is nearly picked off. Gets down in the left corner, though, to Hartman. Hartman tries to go baseline. He's backed off the play. Feeds it over left wing to Hogue now. Hogue back over to Hartman, left wing. Back iron, no good. And rebound goes into Huntington North's possessions. And it'll get thrown over to Double. Double across the midcourt stripe down to the left wing to Swadner. Now over to Chipchowski. Top the key now to Double. Double hold it for a bit. And he throws that ball away as he was looking for Nash. Nash was cutting in.
There's got to be miscommunication there somewhere.
Yeah, Nash was cutting in, and I think Swadner was looking for Nash to cut out.
See, the Vikings are really entrusting Lawson Doyle with guarding Braden Hartman one-on-one.
Columbia City leads 38-27. 5:18 left in the third quarter as Fuller gets it across the timeline, and that ball's knocked away from him. Goes back into Columbia City's possession. Hogue, a floater in the paint, doesn't go in. He gets his own rebound off the glass. That doesn't go in either. And there's going to be a foul on the play there. And it's either on Crawford or Hogue it's going to be on Hogue.
And get with the reach in there or around the back.
Vikings to get it across the midcourt stripe. They do. That's Double. Double down in the blocks, down into the left corner now for a three. That is Chipchowski. That's an air ball. As Hogue tries to throw it off the floor to Hartman, and that ball is knocked away by Huntington, but it'll still be Eagles ball.
Eagles inbound here. You're definitely going to give the ball to Fuller or Hogue here, I think, if you're Hartman. You're looking around.
Hartman to inbound it with 4:50 left in the third quarter. Gets it in the left corner to Denning. Down low to the blocks to Crawford, and they're going to get Chipchowski going over the back of Crawford.
Not a great few possessions for Chipchowski on the defensive and offensive side.
Denning to inbound it under the left part of the basket. As Sharps are going to warn Crawford there with Chipchowski. They throw it into Hogue, back over left corner to Denning, and Denning travels yet again.
You want to talk about a textbook screen there. Cam Hogue standing his ground, and when you see the guy you're screening, his neck jar. That's how you know you set a hard screen.
Nash bringing it up the floor. He goes coast to coast, and that doesn't go in. Rebound there to Chachowski. Back out left wing, top of the key now. It is Double. Double down to the right side, and then back out left wing over to Double. Double now right side over to Chipchowski. Down top of the key, throws it out left side, back over to Double. Down into the left corner now. That is Nash. Nash will load up a three. Front rim no good. Put back there for Chipchowski though.
He redeemed himself there. Got a rebound right under the basket instead of putting it back up. He dished it out, and that was something that I questioned, but he got two for his team in the end.
9-point lead for Columbia City with 3:58 left in the third quarter. And Hogue's going to be fouled there on number 21, Brady Swadner.
Swadner doesn't have the height that Cam Hogue has, but I think Hogue
doesn't have the strength
55
either.
pounds on him.
Yeah, easily. As Bile checks into the game for the Eagles, Hogue throws it in the backcourt to Denning. Denning will come across the timeline, and he'll try to feed that down to Hartman. That pass is picked off by Doyle. Doyle on the other end of the floor on the blocks, and they're going to call a blocking foul there on Hogue. They're calling it.
I guess he wasn't set.
No, and they're going to say that's a good basket. I'm not 100% sure. Wish we had the replay technology in front of us for that one.
Get a Jumbotron where it says home of the Eagles.
I know, right?
That'd be nice.
As Everly checks into the game for Denning. As, let's see, that's Doyle missing the free throw. Columbia City gets the rebound, and Fuller's going to push it up the left side of the floor here. Fuller now, top of the key, gets down to the left elbow, throws it in the left corner to Hogue. Hogue for a three. Front rim, no good. Rebound there to Huntington North. And it's going to be thrown over to Doyle. Up the right side to Swadner into the front court. That ball is nearly picked off by Hogue. But Swadner regains possession. Throws it over left side now to Double. Double back over to Swadner, who penetrates down to the blocks. And he's backed off the play. And they reverse it over to the left side of the floor. Over to Nash. Nash now back over to Doyle, right side. Down the left wing now, that is Swadner. Swadner drives, backs it out, over to Double. Double drives, and he travels.
That wasn't a makeup call there. That was just a straight-up travel.
Yeah. as Wagner checks into the game for the Vikings for number 33, Sam Double.
He took a massive jump there and just lost his balance. And
Columbia City leading 38-31 here with 3 minutes left in the third quarter as another pass is picked off by the Vikings. They throw it up to Nash. Nash has a good layup as Columbia City's lead has now been trimmed to 5. Eberly now on the other end of the floor for the Eagles. Backs it out to Fuller, high right, and that ball is knocked away from Fuller yet again. Regain possession for the Vikings, and that's Nash. He misses that one, but a putback there for Doyle. Only a 3-point lead now for the Eagles.
Eagles have got to get the ball in their shooters' hands. They have to just break that second level.
Fuller now from the left wing for 3. Bingo! As Columbia City gets off the Schneid.
Yeah, that's one that needed the ball there.
As their 7-point lead quickly went to a 3-point lead in a matter of 30 seconds. And Huntington tries to get it across the midcourt stripe. That ball's knocked away, though. They're going to say it's out on Columbia City, and it'll still be Viking ball. So it'll be Swadner to inbound it for the Vikings. He gets it into the backcourt to Nash as the Vikings trail by 6. He gets it down to the left side to Swadner. Swadner now top of the key over to Doyle. Doyle right side over to Wagner. Wagner now back over top of the key to Chipchowski. Left wing now to, that is Doyle, who drives into the paint, puts up a shot that's no good, and ball gets knocked off of the Eagles. As we'll see a double check into the game as well as McCarver for the Vikings.
The Vikings need to have somebody inbound the ball there. Somebody goes.
Double to check into the game for the Vikings. And it's going to be a kickball there off of Eberly.
I guess get any limb on the ball you can if you're defending the inbound.
Yep. And Denning's going to check back into the game for the Eagles. He's going to come in for Cam Hogue with 2:04 left in the third quarter.
Taking a little bit of physicality off the court for the Eagles, bringing in a shooter.
Eberly guarding the inbounder. They get it in. That is Wagner on the right wing. He tries to feed it down low, and that ball is knocked away. It'll remain Viking ball.
I really need the stripes here to signal whose ball it is. We had that incident
I know.
white ball.
I was going to say we didn't get a signal. It's been probably 5 times now that we haven't gotten a signal. As Wagner throws it in down low.
Signal low at least.
And it's going to be off of Eberly, and Nash going to check him in the game as well as Swadner.
We might just live on the east side of the court here.
Minute 57 left in the third quarter. Columbia City leads by 6. Vikings get the ball into the right corner to Nash. He goes baseline. He's backed off the play by Denning. Cross-court pass over to a cutting double. And another Columbia City foul. It's going to be on Stratton Fuller there.
Eagles have to watch out. Your guards can't start tacking on fouls here. You still have another quarter to play.
Swadner to inbound it here for the Vikings. Under the right portion of the basket, gets it into Nash. Nash will load up a 3, and again, another big 3 from Zach Nash, the 5'10" sophomore. See, I think he's had at least 5 3-pointers now on the night.
Imagine what Hartman brings.
Hartman now right wing, gets it over top the key to Denning. Denning, and he's going to be fouled by Sam Double, the 6-foot freshman. No, they're going to call that on Hubbard, actually.
He definitely pushed off, though, once he created the loose ball.
They inbound it to Fuller in the backcourt. The Eagles do. Fuller, that ball is knocked away from him by Wagner. As Wagner has had multiple steals tonight, and Coach Philman calls a timeout as Fuller hits the deck. With a minute 21 left in the third quarter, Columbia City leads 41-38. Sam, you got some underwriters for us?
I sure do. WJHS, and this sports broadcast is brought to you by Culligan Water. For home or business, Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. And tonight's game is brought to you by the attorneys at Meyer, Hockmeyer, and McNaghy LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. They're online at 260-248-2224 and on the web at WhitleyLaw.com. There's a bit of an exchange there, too, by the Vikings JV head coach and Mr. Klimek.
Yep. as Captain Klimek discussing it over with his fellow man in the stripes. Sean Bledsoe, Sam Bechtel courtside here at Columbia City High School. Thank you to Courtney back at the station for getting us on the air. For those of you that didn't know, that may be listening to the radio broadcast either in your car or on the radio on the internet player. We do have a YouTube broadcast up. Just search up WJHS 91.5 or I think it's WJHS Studios, Mr. Glazo. Yeah, just search up WJHS 91.5 and you should find it, as we do have a live stream here.
Eagles have to match the tenacity that the Vikings are playing with on defense on their offensive side of the ball.
Denning gets it into Fuller. Fuller gets across the timeline. Left wing now to Eberly. Back out top of the key to Denning. Denning top of the key now over to Fuller. Fuller being pressured there by Swadner. And Fuller will throw it into the right corner to Denning. Denning back over left corner to Eberly. And they back it over left wing to Fuller. Fuller now gets down to the left elbow, penetrates in the paint, throws it over right corner. That's Hartman for a three.
Once you release that just looked good.
And Hartman, I believe, is either 5 for 6 or 5 for 7.
5 for 7.
As he's put up 15 points and 3-pointers for the Eagles. Vikings on the other end of the floor. It is double on the right wing, being pressured by Fuller. Gets it out top the key to Wagner. Wagner left side now over to Swadner. Now over to Nash. Nash standing on the Columbia City logo with 18 seconds left. They're looking to hold for one here. Wagner now. And he throws it back over to Nash high left. Now he swings it over to Double. Double now. Gets down to the left elbow, down to the left corner. Back out. That is Double for a three. That rattles around, doesn't go in. Are they going to get a late foul here?
I don't believe so.
Klimek's shaking his head no, so we don't have a foul. End of third quarter action here at Columbia City High School. Columbia City leading in this University game 44-38. Cam Hogue is going to check into the game, as well as Kobe Crawford. But it's been the third quarter was a bit of a comeback there for the Vikings, as they had, I believe, a 12-point deficit at the end of the second quarter, and now it has been trimmed to 6. But Sam, you got some underwriters for us?
WJHS Sports are brought to you in part by the special occasions made at TNT Floral Shop for weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and love and gifts. Delivery, pickup are available. More ideas can be seen on TNT Floral Shop's Facebook and Instagram page. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the family of Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Services include residential, commercial, roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items can be picked up due since 1986. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services.
Sean Bledsoe, Sam Bechtel, courtside here at Columbia City High School once again. Coming to you with fourth quarter action in this junior varsity game.
So far it's been a tale of two halves, I would say.
It really has, yes. Or I guess you could say a tale of the 3 quarters. First one being all Columbia City, and second one being a bit of Huntington North, and then this one, third quarter, being mainly Huntington North. Nash goes baseline for the Vikings, and he's fouled there. It's going to be on Cam Hogue. I believe that's his third, team's fourth, as Zach Bile will check in for the aforementioned Hogue.
He's looking to have to fill Hogue's shoes if he's going to stay in the extended time on that Eagles bench in foul trouble.
Just as big as Hogue is, though, as Vikings inbound the ball down into the paint. That is Doyle. Doyle backs it out to Nash. Nash now standing on the Columbia City logo, gets it over right wing, over to Double. Double makes a move on his man, feeds it down low to a cutting Chipchowski for a layup there. Columbia City lead is down to 4 with 6:30 left in the fourth quarter. Fuller puts a move on his man, gets it in the left corner to Hartman for another 3. That's short. Rebound goes to the Vikings.
You could feel the anticipation, hoping that shot would fall. That'd make him 6 for 8 on the night.
Nash on the other end of the floor throws it into the left corner, back down to a cutting Chipchowski, and that's another easy layup there for him.
The Eagles have to wonder on the defensive side of the ball. We're seeing that They're just letting guys drive right by him, and that's something we haven't seen this entire season.
As Columbia City's lead has been trimmed from 12 to 2 from the end of the first half to now with 5:50 left in the fourth quarter. Hartman now left wing for the Eagles as he throws a pass to Denning that's nearly picked off. Denning regains possession, gets down to the left elbow, throws it into the left corner for Bile, who looks at the three, doesn't take it, throws it down to a cutting Hartman in the paint, and that's blocked. But Denning gets the rebound. He drives, and that doesn't go in, and then Ray Hartman gets the rebound and puts it up, and he's fouled.
Vikings head coach is distraught that they allowed, what was that, 3 or 4 offensive rebounds back to back.
Yep. Hartman will make his second trip to the free throw line tonight as he went 2 for 2 on his first trip. As he sets, fires, and that first one rattles in. As the Vikings will make a couple of substitutions here, as McCarver will check into the game as well as Wagner. Hartman's second free throw. He sets, fires, and he makes that one.
He's been clutch from the free throw line.
He has, yes. I'm not sure how many points Hartman has exactly, but it's a lot. It's a double-digit
margin.
I believe it may be 19 or 20, somewhere in that range. But Vikings, on the Vikings end of the floor, it's Nash. It gets over to Wagner. Wagner top the key now, right side over to Nash again. Feed it down low to the blocks to Chipchowski, makes a move in the paint, puts it up, turnaround jumper, that's good.
Vikings have definitely gotten the friendly roll on that side of the court.
Fuller into the right corner to Hartman, then they back it out top the key to Bile. Bile now left side to Denning. Denning puts a spin move on his man, gets down to the blocks, throws out left corner to Bile for a three. Doesn't go in. Ball gets battered around, and it's going to go into Viking possession. And that's Nash, and
I like
the
that
coach
timeout.
from Huntington. Yeah, I was going to say, coach from Huntington North is going to call that timeout as Nash was getting pestered there in the backcourt.
I think without that timeout, there's a ill-advised or errant pass that leads to a Vikings turnover.
Columbia City leads by 2, and we got some underwriters for you.
WJHS posts highlights of schedules on Facebook. Please give us a like and a follow. And you can listen online just like the on-air broadcast. Please visit WJHS915.org. Tonight's game is possible only with listener support like you. You can contribute and help update equipment from the Columbia City Sports Broadcast for home and away. Support the broadcast by emailing allcapitalradio@WJHS915.org.
Sorry, I lost my voice there for a minute. Always need water when you're broadcasting. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
4:46 left in the fourth quarter. Columbia City leading 46-44. Vikings have the ball here. It's Nash in the backcourt, and he'll be picked up by Denning at the midcourt stripe. Nash across the timeline gets over to Wagner, high right. Wagner now top the key. They reverse the floor over to their left side to Swedner. Swedner now down to a cutting Chipchowski, I believe, and he's fouled. It's going to be on Stratton Fuller. I believe that's his second. And I believe that's a team's fifth.
If both these fall for him, this would be a huge momentum swing, inevitably tying the game.
And Chipchowski makes the first one.
Like you said, a 12-point lead for the Eagles. It almost seemed insurmountable because they were going to look to drive and add more points on the scoreboard, and it's just faltered as of late.
Chipchowski's second free throw. He sets, fires, back iron, no good. And ball goes straight to Chipchowski. As Columbia City only leads by 1 now with 4:25 left. They feed it down low to the blocks to McCarver, who misses it. It's going to be a foul on the play, and it's going to be on the Vikings. That's going to be on Chipchowski. And Lawson Doyle, the 5'9" junior, will check back into the game for the Vikings.
You've definitely said his name more than once in the past 15 seconds.
Who?
Chipchowski.
Yeah, I was going to say. And his name isn't exactly the easiest to pronounce either.
I think we almost got it down.
Denning in the backcourt. He's fouled there by double.
Puts the Eagles in the bonus.
And we'll see a 1-and-1 here from Aiden Denning. With 4:15 left in the fourth quarter, he'll look to extend Columbia City's lead, as they only lead by 1 in this JV game. And Denning makes the first one, gets that lead to 2, 47-45. Denning's second free throw.
The Eagles from the free throw line have been pretty good this game.
And as you say that, the broadcaster strings kicks in. Probably should have waited to that one actually finish there.
I had to believe Denning to drill that.
4:07 left in the fourth quarter. It is Wagner on the right wing for the Vikings. Feeds it down low to Doyle. He puts up an errant shot, but Vikings get the rebound, and they have tied this game up with less than 4 minutes left in this game. They trailed by 12 at halftime.
Eagles really don't need to be aggressive with the tempo here. They just need to play solid and look for a good shot.
Denning down to the left elbow. Spin move over to the... Throws it over right side to Fuller. Back over Denning. Top the key for a three. Bang! There it is! And timeout for Coach Philman. As Columbia City regains the lead.
Huge three for Aiden Denning there. Got that one to fall, and that relieved a huge weight off of the shoulders of this entire Eagles roster.
3:34 left in the game, and Columbia City leads by 3. We have some underwriters for you.
WJHS play-by-play is brought to you by Culligan Water. For home or business, Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. And you can listen online just like the on-air broadcast. Please visit WJHS915.org. And we're on Instagram, I believe so. On WJHS
for our Instagram pages and stuff. We have Instagram, Twitter, as far as I know, and then we also have the YouTube live stream up. Huge thanks to Jonathan Peters.
How's Haley Thompson doing at State? Let's get the update here.
I don't know.
I
haven't gotten anything.
I don't think she's wrestled yet. Maybe, I don't know.
As the Vikings will inbound it into the backcourt with 3:30 left. And it will be double to bring it up the floor for the Vikings. Throws it over left side to Nash. Nash down to the left elbow, and they'll back it out top the key to Swadner. Swadner now to the right wing. That is double for a three. That's no good. Rebound to Crawford, and he'll throw it over to Fuller. Fuller will bring it up the floor for the Eagles.
Great defensive stand there by the Eagles, hoping to make it more than a one-possession game here.
As they took off a point on Columbia City's side of the scoreboard, but Hogue puts another 2 on.
Two-possession game either way now.
Yep. As they were saying that apparently Denning's foot was on the line of the arc there. Columbia City leads by 4. 2:50 left in the game. That's Swadner on the left elbow. And they'll back out left wing, throw it over to Nash, top the key, back over right side to Double. Double drives, feeds it down low to Doyle. Doyle puts it up. That goes straight off the glass into Columbia City's possession. It's Denning. Throws it up the floor, down the left sideline to Hartman, in the left corner to Hogue. Hogue lets the dust settle, throws it over to Denning. Denning right down central, and that doesn't go in. Crawford gets the rebound, the poke back doesn't go in. Hartman gets the rebound, and there's a foul on the play there. And Hartman will head to the free throw line.
I love that entire offensive possession except for Kobe Crawford putting the ball back on the court. I really think he could have just put that back up, because when you slam that ball on the ground, you give up all your height and you allow your defender to guard you when you jump up.
Yeah, exactly. That, and I mean, like you said, you give that defender more time to regain his footing and get square with you in case he wants to take a charge.
That's something where you gain more control on the way up when you put that ball on the court, but you lose all your height.
Hartman from the free throw line here. Sets, fires, and he makes it.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't say anything with 2:19 left here in the fourth quarter. Columbia City leading by 5 in this JV contest. Hartman's second free throw. He sets, fires, and he makes it. He's perfect on the night from the free throw line.
It's like when you watch Joe Buck or any professional announcer and they speak about the field goal kicker and he shanks one.
That's a shot at Joe Buck there.
You can take him.
Right side now for the Vikings. And they throw it over top the key down to a cutting. That is Doyle. And he gets blocked. Eagles on the other end of the floor. That's Hartman. And Hartman takes the foul, and he'll make another trip to the free throw line.
This comeback to Huntington North has just built. This entire tempo and momentum is slowly falling through their fingers right here.
As Hartman short arms that free throw. It's his first miss on the night from the charity stripe. Columbia City leading by 6 with just under 2 minutes left. Hartman's second free throw, sets, fouls, and that rattles around, doesn't go in. And they're going to call an over back there on Kobe Crawford.
The Eagles really don't want to put Huntington North in the bonus because you really can't play as physical on the defensive side.
Vikings pushing it up the floor now. It is Nash, throws it over left side. Over to Swadner, now back top the key to the right side to Doyle. Doyle loses the handle, goes straight into Hartman's possession. He throws it up the floor to Denning. Denning on the left wing now in the front court. And he'll throw it back out to Hartman, high left. Hartman jab steps, throws it over to Fuller, down to the right corner to Hogue. And Hogue thought about the shot, but Philman's going to call a timeout here.
He's going to tell his guys that Huntington North is definitely going to bring a lot of pressure there, and you can hear him screaming foul, 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 because he doesn't want any of that clock to burn, because in these situations, trading 1 or 2 points for another 10 seconds is life or death for this Huntington North team.
Minute 28 left here in the fourth quarter. Columbia City leads 53-47 in this JV contest, and we have some more underwriters for you.
Tonight's game feed is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871. And tonight's microphones are from the support of Flowtech Heating and Plumbing, serving locally for 29 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com.
Sean Bledsoe, Sam Bechtel courtside here at Columbia City High School for this JV contest. We have a minute 28 left here in the game. Columbia City leading by 6. Huge thank you to Courtney back at the station for getting us on the air. Thank you to all those that have tuned in for this JV game. And we are bringing you late fourth quarter action. Andrew Thompson, Matt Kerr will be on the call for the varsity game here relatively soon. But Hogue to inbound it for the Eagles. And he gets it into the backcourt to Denning. Denning across the timeline now. He's trying to not go into a trap. He gets it over to Hartman, right side. Hartman now top of the key. Throws it back over to Denning, left wing. Denning's going to back off the play. And it's going to be heavily pressured there by Wagner. Now they throw it over to Fuller, high left. Fuller dribbling around, burning more clock here. Minute 8 left. Back over to Denning, high right, and he's fouled by Swadner.
You know, if you're going to foul there, I wonder why he didn't foul 30 seconds ago.
And Denning's going to make a trip to the free throw line. And Eagles are now in the double bonus, so we'll see 2 shots from Aiden Denning.
You're going to have to foul there either way. I don't know why you didn't foul earlier in that Eagles possession.
Denning makes the first free throw. As Chipchowski will check back into the game for Wagner. And Denning's second free throw here with a minute 4 left. Sets, fires, back iron, no good. And that rebound goes into Doyle's hands for the Vikings. They're going to push up the floor here. It's going to be double pushing it up. Comes across the timeline, throws it over left side to a cutting Nash down to the left block. He puts up a shot that's no good. Denning gets the rebound, throws it up the floor to Brady Hartman into the front court. And he throws it over to Fuller. Fuller now throws it over to Denning. Denning right side, and he's fouled. And we'll see Denning going to the free throw line yet again.
I would be surprised if this keeps up, if the Eagles regain that 12-point lead.
As Columbia City leads 54-47, 38 seconds left, and Philman's going to call off the Dogs down there on the blocks. And it's just going to be Denning here in the front court. And he misses the first free throw, back iron, no good.
You see that already, I think, when you don't have your teammates with you on that free throw attempt, and it's you and a swarm of red jerseys. It's a little rough.
And Denning gets the second one to rattle in, as Columbia City's lead is 8. Double across the midcourt stripe for the Vikings. It's down to the left elbow, throws it over to the left corner to Chipchowski. Misses that three-pointer. Rebound to Crawford there. And it's going to be a Viking foul. Who is it going to be on? Nash. And Crawford's going to make a trip to the free throw line. First time we've seen him shoot from the charity stripe in a bit.
I'm just going to say that he has throughout the entire season, he's been a great free throw shooter.
Still could be a jinx. Crawford, backfire, that one went at least 6 feet into the air, and that had Sam Bechtel
the whole
there.
team roll on.
Yeah. As Crawford sets fires on the second one, and back iron no good. Rebound to the Vikings. And it's going to be double to bring up the floor right side over to Doyle for a three, and he makes that one.
Don't count him out yet.
And it's going to be a timeout there for the Vikings as Columbia City's lead has been trimmed to 6 with 16.7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Sam's got some more underwriters for you.
WJHS play-by-play is brought to you in part by ProFed Credit Union, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking to ProFed Credit Union. 37,000 plus ATMs and 12 Northern Indiana locations in Columbia City, right next to Walmart, and the new location off of US 30 at profedcu.org. And this broadcast is also brought to you in part by Bart's Car Store, selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne.
Huge thank you to Courtney back at the station for getting us on the air, as well as all the broadcast crew that's here. We got Jonathan Peters on the scene, Avery, Liberty. We got the whole crew on board tonight, as well as Cole. You can tune into the YouTube broadcast. Just search up WJHS Studios, teacher Mr. Glaza, and it should pop up right there. We are live from Columbia City High School as Hogue throws it in to Denning, and Hogue steps on the line, and it's going to be a turnover there for Columbia City, as very little clock was burned there.
It's big trouble for the Eagles.
Sweetener to inbound it for the Vikings. He gets it into the left wing, catch and shoot for a double. That's an air ball. Rebound there for Chipchowski for the putback, and that's good. Another timeout there for the Vikings.
Spot on. 10.0 seconds.
As Columbia City leads by 4 now, 56-52. More underwriters for you.
Flowtech Heating and Plumbing brings you tonight's microphones, and they've served locally for 29 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. And tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Sweetheimer Rate Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items picked up too. Since 1986, Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services.
With 10 seconds left in the game, Columbia City leads in this junior varsity contest 56-52. And they have the ball in the backcourt as Coach Foman's talking things over with his guys, as they do not want to have another turnover like the last possession.
Have to get a clean inbound.
Have to.
One of your best inbound plays that you've drawn up, one you've only used a few times this year. I think that this team and this coaching staff definitely has scouted your inbound plays, because that's something that you are in full control of. But you draw up something that maybe they haven't seen before, or something that you've drawn up and come up with in your notes.
Hogue to inbound here for the Eagles, gets into Hartman. Hartman's quickly fouled, and he's going to make a trip to the free throw line and shoot 2 free throws with 8.7 seconds left. And he's looking to extend this Columbia City lead to ensure that it is a 2-possession game, because I guess technically you could say it's still a 1-possession game with a 3-pointer and a foul. But now it isn't, as Hartman makes that first free throw. As Nash will check back into the game for the Vikings. Hartman's second free throw here. He sets, fires, back iron no good, and he knew it. He got his own rebound. Hartman dribbling out more clock. He's just running around with the ball. Throws it over right side to Denning and back over to Hartman, and that's going to be the end of the game.
That lost possession sums up what the Vikings did on defense there those past 2 minutes.
Columbia City Eagles get the win here in the junior varsity game with a final score of 57-52. And Sam, it was a game where Columbia City took control right from the get-go, and it looks like it looked like it was going to be another domination there. But Huntington slowly but surely crawled their way back. They were able to to bring the deficit down to, I believe, 4 in the second quarter. They let it get back to 12, but then they clawed back in the third quarter, getting it down to 6, and then they tied it all up at 47 apiece. But then, let me see, put up 10 strong points there in the late 4 minutes of the game to secure this win, and that was great defensive and offensive.
Definitely weathered the storm there.
Head over to the Spirit Shop located next to the trophy room.
As Mike Hoppy's informing us that the Spirit Shop is in fact open tonight.
That's something that first time, or
no, it's
been,
outside. I feel like it has been for the outside public, for the general public. So if you are if you're coming to the game and you're listening to the radio broadcast right now, well, know that if you're an Eagles fan, you can stop by that Spirit Shop. Once you walk in through the athletic doors, it's to your right up the stairs. And just right when you get up the stairs, it's to your left as your Varsity Eagles make an appearance on the floor here.
Nothing's bolder than running right through the opponent's warm-ups.
Yeah, I know, right? Nothing irritates them more, I guess.
No.
As the Eagles will start their warm-ups here tonight. And still wait on some of the JV guys to get their jerseys changed and everything. But one of the key starters not in here tonight, Elias Spellman, or key players, I mean, with how Coach Schaus has been changing up the lineup a bit. Spellman not here tonight. So that's going to be one key contributor that the Eagles don't have tonight, is he has had the ability to get hot very early on. But
that's 100% true.
But we'll let you, Sam. I mean, I'm just going to let you explain this. I mean, just the offensive domination that it was for the Eagles for a majority of the game. I mean, I'm not sure if you took any. I mean, you got some stuff written down there, but just offensively, it just seemed like the Eagles were making a majority of everything.
Whenever the Vikings drew up, there's no answer for that perimeter shot.
But once again, Junior Varsity Eagles get the win 57-52. And we'll throw it back up to the studio to CJ. She'll throw in a couple songs real quick. Make sure to tune back in about 10 to 12 minutes for the varsity contest with Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry. But for my broadcast partner, Sam Bechtold, this is Sean Bledsoe saying so long from Columbia City High School. And tune back in about 10 to 12 minutes for varsity action.
Tonight, listen as your Columbia City Eagles take to the court.
All right, well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Columbia City Basketball. Thanks to Courtney and Sean running things on site here for getting us on. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry once again. Columbia City and Huntington North, Northeast 8 battle. And Matt, we usually have a physical game anytime we get a Craig Teagle coach game. They're bound to be physical, number one. And number two, usually a solid shooting basketball team.
Yeah, they've got, one really good shooter, it sounds like, and then everybody else is just very solid, which is pretty typical. Coming in at 8-4, they got losses to Homestead only by 12. They've got a loss to Warsaw by 3. They've got a loss to Leo by 23.
Wow,
and,
Leo's Leo.
And then a loss to Snyder by 2.
All right. So they played a pretty rugged schedule.
Yeah, they beat East Noble by 10, 78-68. So, I mean,
kind of similar game that we had with East Noble.
Yep. They beat Heritage, which
I don't know.
Mississinawa, Manchester.
So kind of their neighborhood teams.
Yeah. Yep.
So, of course, we're 8-3. We've had a couple of rough ones that we've basically not shot the basketball very well, and
coming out tonight, I can feel it.
The shooting's got to improve if we're going to, get it going here. And turnovers have been a little bit of an issue, and that would be an opportune time. So it's time for the Eagles to get it dialed in tonight. Get off this schneid.
I think Seth Mills is going to be the guy tonight. I think that he's been long overdue. He was out for remember he was out sick. Ever since he's come back from being sick, he just hasn't seemed like the stroke has been there. So
right.
I'm kind of looking for Seth Mills to have a big game, and with Spellman out with illness, I'm hooking for Alex Hedrick to step up and have a big game for us tonight.
I'm sure he'll be in the starting lineup.
Yep, I would assume. So
as the Vikings come back to the floor, they've got some students getting rowdy down there, which it's nice to see on the road.
Yeah, there we go.
Student set is pretty comparable tonight.
Yeah.
Well, the starting lineups, Zach Hubbard, 5'9" senior guard for Huntington. Number 10 is Ashton Hosler. Hosler's a popular name in Huntington, a 5'11" senior guard. And it looks like number 11, Will Hotchkiss. I think he was a little bit of a pain for us last year down there. 6'3" senior, listed as forward and center. And 21 is Wyatt Dorman, 6 foot senior. He's a forward. And the fifth starter, Austin Oswald, he wears number 30, a 5'11" senior. Again, listed as a guard and a forward, so take your pick on that. So Hubbard, Hosler, Hotchkiss, Dorman, Oswald, veteran coach Craig Teagle. It's season number 8 at Huntington, if I'm not mistaken. And many years at Jay County.
Please enjoy the game.
Seventh year. 103 and 55 there. Overall, 429 and 245.
Yeah, he's had a good run of it. There's no doubt about it. Long-time Jay County coach. Yeah. Coach Benedict and him are about right in the same neighborhood as far as wins.
Yeah, Coach Lee's got just over 400, right?
He's not winning too many this year, though, unfortunately.
He will in the next few years, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. The national anthem, flag comes down. Pretty good crowd tonight.
Oh.
All right, the national anthem, Columbia City High School tonight. Huntington's starting lineup already given to you. And we'll have Mason Baker, a 6'2" senior. Number 4, Seth Mills, 6'2" senior guard. Number 5, Jackson Crawford, a 6'5" senior forward. And it'll be the Hedrick brothers. Otherwise, number 10, Andrew Hedrick, 6'1" junior guard, and number 20, Alex Hedrick, a 6'2" senior guard. So again, Baker, Mills, Crawford, Hedrick, and Hedrick. Matt Schaus in season number 2 here. And this should be a good one. Columbia City with opportunities to pull those last 2 out, but going to have to really step it up against this Huntington team.
Yep. That Hotchkiss is more like 6'5". They don't really put their actual heights on there.
Yeah, typically I think Craig Teagle's known for,
because number 3 is not 5'9". He's probably about 6 foot. All their guards are about 6 foot. And then 21, he's probably like 6'1", 6'2". Yeah.
Number 21, Cam Hogue. Or 21 is Clayton Scott. Number 22, Cam Hogue. And number 30, Brady Hartman.
So the lights go out and the video board plays. It is absolutely wonderful to watch that. For those of you who've never been here, it's a nice video board, that's for sure. I think they've kind of improved it too. I think Mr. Leach said they were getting a new camera for it or something. It looks a lot clearer.
New projector. Yeah, it does look a lot clearer now.
Ooh, man, that was quite a collision on that. As we're watching the highlights. And hopefully we'll see a lot more of that tonight.
The Jackson Crawford dunk, is that the tipping game?
Yeah, I think so. This is what, about a minute and a half presentation, I think?
Something like that.
And here we go.
Tonight for the Eagles, number 3, Mason Baker.
Baker nursing that foot throughout the game.
Mills.
And Mills introduced.
Jackson. Crawford.
And Crawford.
Number 10, Andrew Hedrick.
Andrew Hedrick.
And number 20,
Alex Hedrick.
Eagles, of course, there's the Matt Schaus. Officials for this evening's contest.
And officials tonight, Ron Day.
Mr. Ron Day.
Brian, I can't even read my own writing. Brian Allen and Robert Bontrager. Officials for tonight.
Which one's Bontrager's the young one, isn't it?
Yeah. He's kind of new to the varsity scene.
Mm-hmm.
Have seen him around. Bontrager, a classic name from up north. Westview and other areas up there.
Westview, Prairie Heights, Lakeland. Yeah.
Crawford jumping center. Him and his man having a little conversation there against Hotchkiss. And Ron Day, the lead official, has the basketball. Columbia City moves it left to right in the home whites. The old gold numerals, the white trim. And Huntington North, the road reds. Black numerals, black trim. And the tap is controlled by Huntington.
Well, you can see him and Jackson are the same height, and Jackson's 6'5".
Yep. That'll be a good matchup tonight. So the Vikings, first possession, Oswalt flips it over to Hostler. We'll have two Hostlers, I'm sure, at some point. This is Ashton Hostler. And a quick travel on Oswalt. Turnover Huntington. 18 seconds in. So here come the Columbia City Eagles. Hedrick to Hedrick.
Sure, that's going to be a rare turnover there for Huntington.
Yep. Then they dump it down low. Crawford in the paint. Puts it up. Can't get the roll. Put it back up. No. Hedrick's got it. Loose ball foul on Huntington.
Number 3.
Boy, Crawford struggled a couple of those again. He has had some difficulty lately finishing.
Oh, they got Dorman for that one.
So Dorman gets the foul.
I thought for sure they were getting Hubbard.
So Hedrick rims it out. A rare miss for Andrew. The Columbia City junior. And Hedrick has that one. 1-0 Eagles. 30 seconds gone. And here comes Huntington North. And on the left side, shaking and baking is Hubbard. And they fake a three over on the right side, Hostler. Back to Hubbard. Hubbard right down central. Layup, missed it. Nice D by Alex Hedrick, but I think it goes off of Andrew.
Whoa. Andrew didn't touch that. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
So, they get that corrected. The officials communicated. And here comes Columbia City leading 1-0. Kind of like a hockey score there.
Yeah.
55 seconds gone. Hedrick to Hedrick. Andrew's got the ball up top. Puts it on the floor. Kicks it off Mills. Mills out of the corner of the elbow. Back to Andrew Hedrick in the corner. He looks cross court. Instead, Mills up top. Left wing now. Here's Baker. Baker puts it on the floor and back to Andrew Hedrick. And Andrew drives. Shoved off the play. Alex can't get the baseline jumper off. Now Andrew Hedrick up top. Oh, well off the mark. Wide right. Crawford saves it. And saves it right into the Huntington bench.
I think he got Ben Ryan there. Oh, no, he didn't. Got the player next to him.
Wow, that had some mustard on it. That was mustard and mayonnaise. Holy Toledo, that had some force on it. So anyway, 1-0 Columbia City. Hubbard with it. Now gives it off to Oswalt. And further around the side for Dorman. Shooter. And now to Hostler, and a three-pointer off the mark by Oswalt. Rebound. Andrew Hedrick to the midcourt stripe. Jump pass to Crawford. Goes into the bleachers.
Yeah, Andrew's got to throw that quicker. I don't know if he saw him, but he's got to get that down there to him quicker.
And that one cascaded into the bleachers. So a slow start to this one with 1:48 gone. 1-0 Columbia City. And up top is Hubbard.
Shooter.
And around on the right side now they give it up to Hostler. Dump it down on the baseline. Now Dorman's working down there. Oswalt puts it back on the floor. Oswalt tied up. And they go back outside the perimeter. Dorman with it. Hits a cutter and they go to the bucket. Oh, blocked by Crawford. No further play. Hubbard.
That was
shot attempt.
Almost double block. I think Mason got a hand on it a little bit too, and then Jackson just spiked it.
So ball out of bounds to the Vikings. Down here to our left, and they throw it, and it goes off of Alex Hedrick.
You gotta be kidding me.
Alex wasn't expecting that.
I don't know who he was throwing that to, honestly.
Was there a red jersey down there?
I didn't even see one.
There's nobody back there except Hedrick, and he was so shocked to see the ball come his way.
Yeah.
Well, got his head taken off to boot.
Yeah, he did.
Another bullet pass. Huntington throws it in, and out of the scrum comes Hotchkiss. Back up top, they reset. Hostler over for Oswalt. They dump it down low. Dorman's got it. Dorman on the blocks, backing in. A little fadeaway in the paint. Back iron, no good. They get the loose ball, but Columbia City strips it.
Good job.
And Alex to Andrew, and here comes Andrew Hedrick into the front court. 5:20 to go in the first. 1-0. Eagles. And on the left side, here's Andrew Hedrick. Picked his dribble up, didn't he? Yep. And now Mills puts it on the floor, kicks it back to Hedrick. Hedrick going to be guilty of steps. No further play here, so a rash of turnovers, partner.
Yeah.
Sluggish start to this one. So 2:53 gone, and we still only got 1 point in this ball game. Of course, Huntington Columbia City games don't typically run up the score necessarily.
No, I mean, not even when Kramer was there. They didn't score a ton.
Now they've got an open three. That's back iron, no good by Hubbard.
Good
and
block
Columbia
out.
City had it cleared.
Good block out by Jackson there.
Andrew Hedrick back in the corner. Baker will load it up. No, off the mark. Here we go. And they run 3-on-2.
He's carrying that thing.
And nice job by Baker. It'll knock it out of bounds.
He's really carrying that thing
across
his body.
Cam McCarver in the lineup, a 5'11 senior. And he'll replace Dorman. Huntington throws it in. 4:35 to go in the first. 1-0 Eagles. Vikings with Oswalt. Kicks it across. And now it's going to be Hotchkiss. Back up to Oswalt. Top of the key. Wide on the right side, Hubbard. Hubbard dumps it down low on the baseline. Backing in is McCarver. Jump up, no, but
Hedrick.
And Alex Hedrick going to be the guilty party on the first Eagle foul.
Alex Hedrick, 2 shots. Cam McCarver.
So McCarver for Huntington will try to get them on the board. And he does. We're all tied at 1.
I can see why they would have given Warsaw fits. They would match up really good with Warsaw.
Yeah, physicality and then some. 2 for 2 for Hubbard. The Vikings lead it 2-1. 4:15 to go in the first. Not a point-scoring crashing crescendo by any stretch. Left side now, it's Andrew Hedrick outside the arc. Top now, Baker's got it. In right corner, Alex is alone for 3.
There you go, Alex.
Alex Hedrick. Boy, is he money from over there.
Corners, this is a spot. That's his hot spot right there.
4-2, and Alex Hedrick 3 gives Columbia City their first field goal and the lead. Wide right, Hostler. They dump it down low. Here's McCarver, the big man, can't shovel his way in. Now they kick it out, and here's a 3 by Oswald. No, he pulls it back. Now here's a 3 on the other side. Hostler, no good. Crawford the rebound.
Block out again by Jackson.
And he's on it. Baker kicks it across to Andrew Hedrick in the corner. Mills will load up a tray. Off the mark.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to call Crawford.
Oh, yeah, he extended his arms. Easy call.
And Crawford's, he's caused some havoc for them down there.
Yeah, he is.
So rebounding foul on Crawford. That's Columbia City's second. And we had to delay a 3:20 to go in the first 4-2. Columbia City over Huntington North. They drive. And contact. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Alex Hedrick.
Go.
He gets it off to Andrew Hedrick. Lee pass into the front court. No! And Baker's pass got knocked away. Intended for a cutting Mills, but Huntington knocks that away. Columbia City turnover. 3 minutes to go. They fake the three. And left side now, Oswalt. Back up top. Hubbard puts it on the floor. Quick first step. Here's the three. They miss it. Because that was Oswalt. Loose ball Baker. We've done a good job rebounding.
I was going to say, we're really crashing the boards, and I really like it.
And in the corner, Alex Hedrick up the wing. Mills will load up a
there
three.
We go. Oh,
just man. Wide left. And Crawford again.
Yeah, that's just not a smart play by Jackson.
And that'll be his second.
Jackson Crawford.
Yep. Not a smart play by Jackson there. That's something that, we weren't going to get that, and you can't pick up that second foul in the first quarter here.
So that's team foul 3 on Columbia City. And here come the Vikings, trailing the Eagles 4-2. Kind of a stalemate of sorts. Hubbard. They dump it down low. McCarver flags down a high pass, puts it up. No good.
On the floor.
Columbia City foul on Hedrick on the floor.
That's Alex's second. I was going to say Clayton Scott's got to be coming in.
2 on Alex.
And Eagle at number 21, Clayton Scott.
Clayton Scott into the ball game.
Better be careful. You might be seeing some Brady Hartman here too.
Yeah, we're getting hot water with fouls. So Huntington ball underneath their own bucket. They throw it up top. And Hostler backed off the play. Throws it over to, actually we got both Hostlers in the game now. Eric Hostler, he's tied up, dumps it down low to Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss backs in on the baseline, fumbled it, threw it away.
There we go.
Rhett Wilson the pick. Andrew Hedrick into the front court. Andrew all the way into the lane, pitches it to Rhett. Rhett drives, throws it to Scott in the corner. Up top, here's Baker. Baker spins his way in.
Yeah, that's a foul.
And the foul coming on Will Hotchkiss. So all of a sudden, the foul pace picking up.
Thank you.
Will Hotchkiss.
Thank you.
For the Viking lineup, number 30, Austin Oswald returns. Number 40.
Oswald returns.
It's a cold one, T-Bird.
Yeah, got the rest of a warm one here. 2 team fouls on Huntington North. Ball out of bounds. Columbia City to the elbow. Baker short. And Huntington the rebound. Still stuck on 4-2 with a minute 45 to go in the first. This is unbelievable.
We got to think the game against Warsaw was 35-32. So
well,
almost on pace.
Eric Hostler up top now to Oswalt. Kicks it down on the wing for Hubbard. Hubbard shakes and bakes down the lane. Now can't get anything done. Back out top. It's Eric Hostler. I believe we still got both Hostlers in. And here's a three up top. And off the mark by Oswald. Again, loose ball comes to Columbia City. Andrew Hedrick into the front court.
Jeez, Pete.
No further play as he's boxed around and a Huntington foul.
Trout.
Dylan Trout.
Trout gets the foul there.
Dylan Trout. For the Vikings, number 10, Ashton Hostler.
Ashton Hostler back in, so we got both Hostlers on the floor. Ashton and Eric. Columbia City dumps it in. Rhett Wilson with room up top. Into the corner.
Oh,
Andrew Hedrick's three, no good. Andrew gets the loose ball, puts it back up in the paint. That's off the mark. Back iron.
Man.
And McCarver somehow kept it from going out of bounds.
Here's a Pete.
Wow. Under a minute for the first. 4-2, Columbia City.
High octane.
Yeah, this is high octane. This is no octane as far as offense.
Oh, boy.
And they can't get in. Holy Toledo. Eric Hostler. And that's banked in from up top. You do not see that very often.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a wow and then some. So down to 26 seconds. Columbia City holds for one. They trail it by one. Andrew Hedrick with it. Well, we're waiting. JV won 57-52.
Good win.
Yep. C team held on by a point over Huntington North in the auxiliary gym. I think that was 38-37. Here goes Andrew Hedrick. Andrew kicks it to Mills in the corner. He'll load her up. Hand in his face. That's off the mark. Scott gets it slapped away at the buzzer. So, Alex Hedrick's going to come back. Wow, that was not interesting there. Yeah, that's Harry Kostler with 3 and Cam McCarver 2 free throws for Huntington. The scoring doesn't take long. You can add this up easily. You don't need the abacus or anything like that. 3 for Alex Hedrick and a free throw for Andrew Hedrick. Boy, pretty clean score sheet there. Oh, okay, thank you. So, wow. Exactly light up the Christmas tree on that one.
It's definitely not like the East Noble game.
82, what was that? 86-72 or something? All right, Underwriters Night. Microphones are from the support of Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, serving locally for 30 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. Also, Culligan Water. For home or businesses, Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. Also, Myers Hockenheim McNagny LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. Telephone number 248-2224 and on the web at WhitleyLaw.com. So glad you're with us on WJHS. Matt Curry, Andrew Thompson, Sean Bledsoe, stats and spotting for us. And he's keeping track of wrestling as the lady wrestlers are in action tonight, and Haley Thompson will wrestle for a state championship. So Sean's going to keep an eye on that for us. And here come the Eagles with the first possession to begin the second quarter. Alex Hedrick puts it on the floor, shoves it off Mills. He fakes the 3, kicks it across Andrew Hedrick. Andrew puts it on the floor, spin move, kicks it back to Mills. He'll load it up, traveled. 4th turnover, wow.
Did he travel? I thought he.
Well,
I mean, I didn't really see it. I've seen way worse things not called than that. If they're calling that a travel.
Well, turnover Eagles. 5-4 Huntington. They're back. Down low McCarver. McCarver interior feed turns, fires short arm. It got it back, puts it up. No good, too strong. Rebound Mills. Boy, they are not finishing underneath.
Nope, they're not.
And Alex Hedrick. Mills puts it on the floor. Mills shoves off the corner Wilson. Jab step, gives it up to Mills. Now Alex Hedrick, further around for Andrew Hedrick, deep in the left baseline corner. Alex puts it on the floor up top, kicks it out. Wilson will load up one. No, just off the mark again. Boy, we've been so close.
It's not like they're way off either. They're right over the rim. I mean,
yep. So here comes Huntington back on the baseline. Nice give to McCarver. Assist Hubbard. They're on the board. McCarver with a field goal. Makes it 7-4 Huntington. And up top it's Scott. And Andrew Hedrick at the right elbow, extended. Can't shake his man. Alex Hedrick will lob along when that's well off the mark. And Scott saves it, but it goes right to Oswald. And with minute 35 gone, here come the Vikings leading by 3 over Columbia City. Hubbard outside the arc, left side high, makes the middle of the baseline. Nice job by Wilson, shut him off, but McCarver gets loose ball, puts it up, scores. Basket and Columbia City foul. Basket counts. So Hubbard all of a sudden causing issues for us underneath.
One shot, Campbell Crawford returning for the Eagles.
Crawford for Scott. Crawford returns, so we got 2 guys out there with 2 fouls, Matt.
Yep. Who got that last one? Clayton?
The foul?
Yeah.
No, Wilson.
Oh, what got that one?
Free throw good by McCarver. And he'll go out of the ball game. 10-4, Huntington North. Hotchkiss back into the Viking lineup. It's not a barn burner start to this one. Hopefully the Eagles are about to heat up. And Mills had it knocked away into the backcourt. He gets it back and gets around 1, gets around 2. Alex Hedrick can't get the shot off. They closed on him. Back in the corner now, Mills, right side. Alex will get it over for Wilson. Back to Alex Hedrick. He'll load it up this time. That's just off the mark.
They got to get something going to the rim.
Oh, I know.
I'm sure they're just packing it in and wanting us to shoot threes, though.
Baker got a rest on that ankle. He's getting ready to check back in. Down low, backing in on the blocks. Hotchkiss throws it back outside the arc. Hubbard, down low, Hotchkiss. He fell down with it. Baker back in for Wilson. 3 turnovers for Huntington. So Columbia City basketball, 5:27 to go in the second. 10-4, Huntington North. Andrew Hedrick to Mason Baker. And at the left elbow, Alex Hedrick with it. Back to Crawford. Crawford puts it on the floor. Throws outside the arc. Andrew Hedrick spins all the way and gets tripped. Goes down. We go the other way. Huntington steals it. And here goes Oswald all the way in. Layup, no. Crawford may have got a hand on it. 3 up top. No, they drive. And here's a collision. And they got
You gotta be kidding me.
They got Crawford, didn't they?
No, they got Hedrick on that.
No, they got Crawford.
What? I don't understand.
Scott returns.
I don't understand. That should have been an offensive foul. Arm extended.
Looked like he hesitated before he made the call.
Yeah, I don't.
They got a young official there, so. Hubbard. Jab step in. They spring a man for 3. Look out. That's wide. No good by Hostler. Here comes Mills to Andrew Hedrick on the move. Spins. Runs into traffic. Scores anyway.
Refs better get a handle on this here. Otherwise, it's going to get a little chippy, I think.
Yeah, we got to get some shots to fall. After our troubleshooting the last 2 games, we got to make something happen. Down low, Hotchkiss backs in. Triple team. Still put it up. No, backdoor. They got a man. They miss another layup. We may have got a break there.
I thought that was off Alex for sure.
McCarver back in for Hotchkiss. Tell you what, Coach Teagle has a lot of assistants down there.
Yeah, he does. He's got more assistants than he's got players.
A lot of suits.
Holy cow.
Suit and ties on that bench. Gosh.
He brought the middle school, the elementary school coaches, everybody.
He's got at least 6 assistants on that bench. 4 minutes, halfway through the half. Andrew Hedrick with it for Columbia City. Across floor, Alex into the corner. Baker up the wing, Alex Hedrick. Alex tries to shake and bake around his man. Mills in the corner. He gets shut down quickly. Alex Hedrick with 3:50 to go in the first. Boy, Huntington's right in our grill.
They're just asking us to shoot threes.
And Andrew Hedrick will shoot one. That's just short and wide left. Boy. Unbelievable. We continue to miss a lot of shots.
He has 6 varsity assistant coaches listed on here.
Wow. I wonder if that's for the C team and the JV coach too, though. I suppose.
No, the JV coach is listed, and so there's 2 C team coaches.
Really. Dorman short on a jump hook. Mills almost had a pick, but gets it out of harm's way to Andrew Hedrick. And he comes to the midcourt stripe. 10-6 Huntington, 3:10 to go in the first half. Baker. Back to Alex Hedrick in the corner. Andrew Hedrick fakes up top. Goes in the corner. Baker will load one up. That's off the mark.
Man.
And rebound Huntington North.
Man.
Under 3 for the half. Boy, this is bizarre. You'd have told me we only had 6 points with just under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And it's not like we're getting bad looks either.
No. And look out, they've got an open one. Back iron, no good. It's a good thing Huntington's not really that hot.
Their 3 misses have not looked good. And no. I feel like you can have a good miss and a bad miss. Jeez.
That wild pass corralled by Alex Hedrick. Knocks him in. Offensive foul.
And then you're going to call that one an offensive as he stops.
Third foul on Alex Hedrick.
Jeez, oh Pete.
So we've got him and Jackson Crawford both on the bench now at 3. Team foul 7 on the Eagles, but obviously with player control, we don't shoot free throws.
Wow.
So Eric Hostler back in.
Rhett Wilson back in
for Columbia City.
Yeah, we're in a. There we go.
Hotchkiss offensive foul.
This is
second. Yep. Timeout, Huntington North.
Timeout, Vikings, 30-second timeout.
Tell you, we're just You know, Huntington's missed their fair share of shots.
Vikings, number 40, Dylan Trout.
So tonight's game feed also is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City, with locations Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Or online at morsesbuildersmart.com. So in Northeast Indiana since 1871. Also, Bart's Car Store, the selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Oops, I skipped up a line. Bart's Car Store serving Columbia City, Levy County, and Fort Wayne. So 10-6. 2:14 to go in the half.
Oh, boy.
Pretty good crowd on hand tonight.
It really is.
Yep.
I mean, I think it's nice because Huntington brought some people.
Huntington usually travels well.
Yeah.
Especially 20 miles up the road.
As I say, nice short trip.
So here comes Columbia City. 2:10 to go in the half. Huntington by 4. Huntington North, I should say. Outside the arc, Rhett Wilson with it. Across the Mills, high right. Up top, Wilson. Wilson puts it on the floor, flips it off to Baker. Back to corner to Wilson. Up the wing left side, Baker around right. Mills over in the corner now to Andrew Hedrick. They go around left side. Wilson has it. Wilson now to Andrew Hedrick. And there's a Baker three. That rims out. Rebound, Scott. Got it knocked away. We got a scrum. Look out here. Scott on the seat of his pants. Jump ball. And that's possession, Huntington. Turnover, Eagles. Coach Schau's barking at the referee a little bit. Coach Schau's not exactly happy with the explanation.
Yeah, Huntington guy just jumped on top of Clayton.
So, Huntington North, 1.5 minutes to go, first half.
That's in a bad spot.
And down low, look out, here's McCarver. Kicks it back out, they fake the three. And now Oswald has it back. Oswald up top to Trout. And down low, McCarver knocked away by Wilson. McCarver out of the corner. And they can't sidestep a man. Hubbard throws it outside the arc, Oswald.
Heck, if I was Huntington, I'd go for it. Okay, never mind.
There it is, 3-point goal, Hubbard.
I was going to say, I might hold it for the last shot, but...
So Zach Hubbard on the board for Huntington. That makes it 13-6. 42 seconds. Scott. High left, Hedrick. Hedrick shakes and bakes. Throws the Mills. Up top, Andrew Hedrick on the fly. Back iron, no good. Scott gets the loose ball, but no. Taken by Huntington. We cannot hit anything. Eric Hostler. 22 seconds. Oswald. And Eric Hostler stands up top with 12. Hubbard with 10. Out near the center circle. Baker on him with 5. 4. And he runs over the man. Offensive foul.
Number 3.
His first?
Number 10, Ashton Hostler.
Ashton Hostler back in. 1 second to go. And there it is. That was quick. The buzzer went, but there's still 1 second on the clock.
Oh, they were trying to sub.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
Now we're going to discuss this. Well, did Huntington have a sub there or what?
They think they tried to get a sub is what happened.
Oh.
We had our play set. He saw them running the play, and then he wanted to try to get a sub to stop so that they could see the play.
Yep.
And now they know the play, you know.
Yep. And Wilson, a long one. Got hacked on it, but that's it. That went into the bleachers. Well,
Jeez, oh, Pete. 2 points that quarter.
Oh, my. Holy crow. Huntington assistant lecturing the referee there.
Yikes.
Well, I mean, both teams are, having to use their elbows underneath, so.
Yep.
So, Cam McCarver has 7. Eric Hostler 3. Zach Hubbard 3 for Huntington. 3 turnovers. And Columbia City 5 turnovers. Point-wise, Andrew Hedrick 3. Alex Hedrick 3. So the Hedrick brothers account for all 6 points. Unbelievable. Again, JV won 57-52. C-team held on by a point in the auxiliary gym. It was 38-37 if I remember correctly. So, I don't know what you make of this, but the cold shooting continues for the Eagles.
I mean, if I were watching film and we can't hit a shot, I'd just pack it in the free throw line too. I mean, you got to think at some point we're going to come out of it. But we're getting good looks, so it's not like we're taking bad shots.
Right.
So that's the part that's frustrating.
Yeah, and we've really only had one that was way off the mark, but other than that, we've been on.
Yeah, I mean they've been right. They've been online.
And of course we're in foul trouble.
Yeah, 2 guys with 3.
They don't have anybody with 3, do they?
No, they got someone. Hotchkiss guy has 2, but
nobody with 3.
No,
I think they're a little deeper than us tonight too.
Yep, without Spellman, that's another 6'4", 6'5" guy. That's that hurts.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Brady Hartman. He's been shooting the ball well. So I mean, you might as well, right?
Mix it up.
I mean, he defensively maybe is not ready for varsity basketball, but his shooting is. He's shooting the ball in games better than anybody on the varsity right at this point. So
somebody in there with they've not seen and has the ability to shoot. Why not?
Yep.
So interesting game. Nothing on that wrestling match yet. Hasn't started yet. So Haley Thompson of Columbia City will wrestle at Girls State for a state championship. So good luck, Haley. As the ladies went to the state finals, I think at Kokomo's Memorial Gym. So had a chance to talk to Coach Culp after they beat DeKalb here the other night. He's really looking forward to that. He was happy with the win. They've had a rough ride with some injuries a lot this year, and they'd beat DeKalb 71-9.
They beat them bad.
Yeah.
I mean that's a bad wrestling score. I don't care who you are.
Haley will be up in 3 matches, roughly 10 to 20 minutes. Of course, you've seen her on the basketball floors as well. Basketball floor.
Well, that'd be great if she brought home a state championship.
Sure, absolutely. And the halftime shoot-off going on. Oh. Is that, is she a former player?
I don't know who that is.
Got a good shot. Left-hander. Not sure who that is, but looks like a former basketball player. Maybe she played for the Lady Eagles. I don't know. I can't recognize her, but. So at any rate, Lady Eagles back at it tomorrow night. I think they're 17-0. Record and 4-0 record in the NEA down the North Arena in Huntington. And that will be a physical affair, no doubt about it. Never easy to win at North Arena, and the Lady Eagles will try to keep their streak alive.
My prediction?
What?
My prediction is we win by 15.
Okay.
That was my prediction for Belmont was either we win by like 6 or we win by 15 or 20, and I should have known it was going to be the 6 or 7 range with the officiating down there. But so I mean I think that we win by 15 tomorrow. That's my prediction.
All right, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Matt Curry. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night at North Arena, and Hopefully we're all healthy and ready to go, but maybe we have one out ill, so that's not necessarily helps us in the depth department, but still plenty of firepower there to win a game for sure. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Right now we're at 13-6 in favor of Huntington North. And what is a bizarre game.
Only takes a couple shots, though. Only takes a couple shots for us to get it going here. So we're definitely still in it.
This is one of these games again where 13-6 feels like
20 to 8.
Yeah, it does. So we'll see where we go with this one. With Columbia City back in action Tuesday evening at Homestead. And I think did we not play them because of COVID last year?
That was unfortunate we didn't play.
Yeah.
That was probably okay. I'm sure a lot of those guys would have loved to have played against First, but
yeah.
Or the thought of playing against them, probably.
Yeah. And so then it'll be a roadie at DeKalb, I believe, on the weekend on Saturday.
Yep.
Another building it's not easy to play in either.
Sorry?
DeKalb.
Ugh.
And then,
it's a lot brighter now. They've got a new floor.
Yes, they do.
So it is a lot better than it used to be. It used to be dark.
It used to be dark and dungeon and
yellow lights.
And that means the DeKalb girls will come here Friday night to battle the Lady Eagles. And here come the Eagles back to the floor.
Yeah, they need to get some shots up here.
So let's go about 35 seconds for the halftime Big G shootout. If you're Coach Shousen there, what are you telling your troops, Matt?
Boy, I'm probably saying, we're getting good looks. You just got to, we're going to have to step up and make some shots. And defensively, I feel like we've done a really good job on the boards. When we've lost them, they've hit some shots. And obviously, when Jackson and Alex are out and no Spellman, you don't really have any firepower underneath. So McCarver getting in there and scoring points is pretty easy for him. He's a wide load and strong, and we don't have anybody can guard him when either of those two guys are out. So he's probably thinking that's the worst half we could have played, and we're still only down 7 points. So we're gonna hit some shots. We have to.
Yeah. And they're out there trying to. Mason's hit a couple there. That's good. There he's hit 3 in a row. And Wilson's been hitting them too, so I think it's a good sign. Okay. So Huntington back onto the floor, and here come the officials. We'll kind of try to keep track of that wrestling match here in a little bit. As Haley Thompson goes for the state championship in her weight class. I guess the lady she's wrestling is nationally ranked.
Oh.
But the report I was getting. So I don't know how many colleges have women's wrestling, but I'm sure it must be prevalent. Yeah, maybe the IHSA may be sanctioning it here at some point in time.
Yeah.
I wonder how many high schools actually have it, but
right.
I mean, who would have thought we'd have had 8-9 girls wrestling?
Yeah.
And it all started, I think, with Mallory Engel a few years ago.
Yep.
Kind of a lone wolf, and DeKalb had a lady gal wrestler not too long ago, a few years back. So definitely an up and coming thing. So the crowd settling back in. Dave Richmond checking in from the scorer's table. There he is. Coach Richmond on the scoreboard tonight, or he's running the points and fouls anyway.
See Maddie Schmidt over there. Saw Dan Schmidt earlier.
Yeah, I did see. Who else did I see tonight? Oh, I saw
Trevor's here. The man.
Shives here.
T-Shive. I think I saw Cooper earlier.
So a few of the formers back in the barn tonight. And it will be Columbia City basketball as they'll work it right to left here in the second half. What was the score of that game last year? You got it on there? No, I might have it. Down at Huntington. Thought we lost a close one. Here comes Columbia City. Andrew Hedrick to Baker. We're back to original starters. Andrew tied up on the right side. Now Mills high left. Throws it off for Alex Hedrick. And Mills up top Alex. Now Andrew shoves it off to Baker.
41-29.
We lost?
Yep.
Okay. Mills shoves it off to Alex. Alex pulls up in the free throw line. It goes in. It breaks in. He'll take it. What happened there? Wow.
Jeez.
So Alex Hedrick, a little 14-footer in the paint. It bricked and rolled in, so a break for the Eagles. We'll take anything we can get right now. So here's Huntington with Hotchkiss. Now they go down low. Lost the handle. Scrum. Andrew gets it out. No, it's kicked now. Yes, it'll be Columbia City's ball. Defensive kick.
Jackson Crawford got away with one there. He reached in and
4 turnovers for Huntington. Okay.
Fortunate that they did not.
Who did?
Captain Klimek.
Oh, Captain Klimak's in the house. That's right. He refereed the JV, I think. All right, 13-8. Minute 5 gone here in the third. Baker down to the corner. Andrew Hedrick will load up a tray.
Oh,
bingo!
There we go, Andrew. And look at that.
There we go. 2-point game. 13-11. Eagles with the first 5 here to start the third. Here's Huntington with it. And Oswald. Wide on the right side, Austin Hostler. Offensive foul. 2 on Hubbard.
There we go.
Number 3, Zach Hubbard.
As Hubbard went in there unabated, Coach Teagle, no protest, although he kind of glares at the official.
I think he had an argument for having to let him have an area to land, but he was out of control. So he had his back kind of turned, so I'm sure that's why he didn't argue it.
Baker tied up, throws it back to Mills outside the arc for Columbia City.
Kind of fine.
Baker! Score!
Holy cow.
Now we're on it.
Holy cow. And then a foul on Jackson.
Don't argue with him. Jackson, get off the floor.
Yeah.
14-13. Columbia City takes the lead. He got a backcourt foul. I didn't even see it.
It was a blockout foul, I think.
Number 5, 21, Clayton Scott.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. I mean, if he'd have got technical, he's
That'd have been done.
He's done then.
He was pleading his case a little profusely.
I can't believe he didn't tee him up, to be honest.
I know. The Eagles up by a point all of a sudden. And up top, Huntington, Hubbard. To Dorman.
Dorman 1 point.
Dumps it down
low.
2
minutes, and we have the whole game.
Yeah, look out. And up top, 3. Short-armed it. Long rebound to Huntington.
Wow.
Down low they go. Open the bucket. They score from the blocks. Dorman. So Huntington takes the lead. 15-14. Baker in the paint.
Yeah.
He gets hammered. No further play.
I think it was Hodgkins with the body, I think is where it is.
Number 11.
Hodgkins with the body. That's his third.
2 shots.
Third?
Baker.
Yep. He did block him clean, but he got him with the hit. Got him with the body a little bit, it looked like.
Baker hits the free throw. McCarver back into the ball game. He's a handful.
Yeah, he's their leading scorer. What has he got? 8?
Yep.
7?
7. Ooh, Baker back iron, but Alex Hedrick gets the loose ball. Dumps it to Scott. He pulls it back out. Another offensive set.
Clayton's got to just shoot that one.
Yeah, he's not used to shooting. Mills shoves it off Baker. That was at his feet. Baker drives. He ran a risk travel. Yep.
Gosh dang it.
Guilty of steps. Took a little shuffle there. 6 Columbia City turnovers. And here comes Huntington with a 15-15 tie. 5 minutes to go in the third. And they go in. Look out. They miss a layup. but McCarver got it out there. Now they back in. Oswald throws it back outside the arc. An open three. Hubbard, back iron, no good. That went over the top.
Wow.
So that ball cascades into the bleachers. 4:53 to go in the third. A 15-15 ball game. It's been interesting. A lot of missed shots.
Yeah, I mean, some of their shots have been just bricks, real hard.
Yep. A lot of line drive. They got some bulky guys that,
Well,
you don't have to touch.
Last I heard, 30 was really the only one that was a good three-point shooter. So
Andrew Hedrick gets stripped on the way up. Huntington steals. And here they come. 15-15 ball game. Oswald, high left, gives it up to Eric Hostler. He's all tied up. And now Ashton Hostler gives it off now to Oswald. And Mills kicked it. So that'll reset. Wilson for Alex Hedrick.
We just got really small. Really small. Clayton's only 6 foot, isn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And they fake up top. Here's Ashton Hostler into the pass ball. Lost the handle.
2 seconds. Holy cow.
And they lose it out of bounds. That almost went into the Huntington bench. They get it back on the right side. That's Ashton Hostler. Back up top. Oswald can't do anything with it.
Good help by Rhett there.
Dumps it down low. Wilson to steal for Columbia City. 5 turnovers for Huntington. Andrew Hedrick on the fly. Wow.
Boy.
Hedrick the 3.
Holy cow.
18-15 as we've taken the lid off the basket at least.
A little bit.
Yeah. And they only have 2 points so far, don't they, this half? Yeah. Down on the baseline, look out. They back it in, lose the handle, but got it back. Nice job by Dorman to corral it. And Huntington North resets. Up top, they can't get the 3 off. Wide on the right side now, Ashton Hostler. He's tied up. And now Oswald across the key left, dumps it down low. Dorman, back iron, no good. McCarver battles for it. He got the loose ball, put it up, scores! So McCarver makes it an 18-17 Columbia City lead. Here's Mills. Mills in the corner, Wilson. Up the wing, Mills. Now Andrew Hedrick.
Hit it.
Jab step, goes to Baker. He'll fire. Bingo!
There we go.
Baker. That's 3 3-pointers this half for her. No,
Yeah.
Or is it only 2? No, 3.
Oh, it's 3.
And a free throw. 21-17, Columbia City. McCarver gets loose underneath. Nice move, and he scores. That was a mismatch there.
Warning on McCarver.
Number 3. Jack Hubbard returns.
I don't know why the second official has to come over here. Unless he's covering for the younger referee.
Unless he's just explaining it.
Also returning for the
I don't know that they need to know the reason. He just has a warning. Well, regardless of whether it was a warning or he was saying, I think he might have said something.
Yeah, now he's going to get hambled at by Coach Teagle.
The way it seems is he said something.
Yeah.
So, whatever the case, if he gets another one, he gets a technical, right?
Yep. 21-19, Columbia City, 2.5. For the third quarter, Mills out of the corner. He ran in real estate, no further play, but he draws a Huntington foul.
4, I think. Is that Eric?
Eric Hostler.
I think that's who it is. Yep.
Eric Hostler with the foul.
His first, team's third. And here's Scott up the wing now to Wilson. And Andrew Hedrick. Hands it off to Mills. Left side, here's Baker again. That was short. Loose ball, Mills. Got into the scrum. We got it back on a 50-50 battle.
There we go.
Mills puts it on the floor. Hedrick lost the handle. Andrew still got it up to Mills. His shirt came untucked. I'm surprised they haven't Boy, made him tuck that in yet.
Are they really high on that much anymore?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Mills in the corner. Physical ball game. Mills step back three. There we go. That's what you called tonight. Mills to get hot.
It's raining.
24-19. Yeah, raining threes here.
We haven't hit a 2-point shot this quarter.
No. It's the free throw and all threes. Columbia City by 5. A minute and a half to go third quarter. Putting it on the floor. Oswald dumps it inside position. No, but they get Scott on the foul.
Yeah. That was a nice pass. Clayton got caught. He was not in good position there at all.
2 shots. Go Trout.
Well, he's undersized in there when you get in there with 40 and 30.
So he's undersized and he doesn't play a whole ton of minutes. So this is just a bit different situation for him.
Trout, free throw, scores.
I wasn't sure about that one. Almost slingshot.
Yeah. 24-20, Columbia City by 4. Trout another one. 1:27 to go in the third. Short arms out, loose ball Columbia City.
Good block out again.
Andrew Hedrick accelerates to the midcourt stripe, kicks it off. Here's Wilson. Wilson drives across the paint, kicks it back to Andrew Hedrick. Andrew into the paint. Floater.
Boy, Andrew.
There's a little cut and slash.
Let's go.
26-20.
We scored more points this quarter than we scored the same amount of points this quarter than they have the whole game.
Really?
Yeah.
And down low, look out. Trout's loose in the paint, throws it off. McCarver missed the bunny. He wanted a foul, I think, but not going to get it. Mills back, kicks it off. Andrew Hedrick.
That's a foul.
And 45 seconds to go in the third. Perhaps we shoot for one here.
Yeah, I mean, I think unless you get a layup or just a wide open three, I don't think you're looking to do anything here.
Andrew Hedrick across for Baker, back across to Andrew Hedrick with 30 seconds to go third quarter. Columbia City by 6 as they have turned it on here in the second half. Andrew Hedrick, 5 count on, he's going to have to move it. He does to Baker. 16 seconds. Coach Teagle wanted.
He's not happy. I think he wanted them to trap.
Yeah, they didn't. They weren't even in. One guy came up, the other one never came. 7 seconds. Here's Andrew Hedrick. Andrew puts it on the floor, kicks it off. Baker, just off the mark. And here's a heave. And that goes into the bleachers.
Yeah, I just wanted Andrew to shoot that one, honestly.
So that is the end of 3 quarters.
20 spot.
Alex Hedrick will check back in.
4 points, 2 points, 20 points.
Yep, quarter. Boy, we haven't had much time to read underwriters tonight with no timeouts in the fast-moving game. I just better mention them all real quick. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services, TNT Flow Shop, Main Bowl, Western's Garage, Profect Credit Union, Morse's Builders Mart, Bart's Car Store, Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, Culligan Water, Myers Hockenmeyer McNagny LLP. So turnovers 5 for Huntington. They have 11 out of McCarver, 1 for Trout, 2 for Dorman, 3 for Eric Hostler, 3 for Hubbard. Thank you. And 7 turnovers for Columbia City, 7 for Baker.
We hit 6 threes that quarter.
Mills 3, Andrew Hedrick 11, Alex Hedrick 5. Is that this quarter? Oh, Baker has 7? Oh, this quarter, okay.
Yeah, 7 total.
Okay. Okay, I got
we
it.
hit 6 threes, I believe.
6 threes in that
That's
quarter?
what it was. It was either 5 or 6.
Oh, 20-7 in the third. So Columbia City by 6, underway fourth quarter. Here we go. Huntington with the basketball. They have a cutter to the basket, and they almost throw it away, but back up top, they got an open man over there. Who's Hostler. And up top, Hubbard. They wheel it around right side and out of the corner. Can't get anything done there. Hostler, Wilson lost his step.
Nice pass.
McCarver scores.
Nice pass.
Tell you, McCarver is doing us a number down there.
Their interior passing is really good, too.
Yep. Mills fakes the 3, left side. Columbia City by 4. Alex Hedrick puts it on the floor, kicks it back to Mason. Now up top and wide left, Andrew Hedrick across the paint. Mason a 3.
Short.
Score!
Boy, that came off slow.
Yes, it did.
That I really thought for sure that was short.
29-22.
Glad it wasn't.
Yeah, it did.
It just kind of came out slow.
Yep. Sometimes that's indicative of a short arm. Down low, look out. McCarver backs in on Alex Hedrick. No, he comes back up top. And he wheeled it around left side quickly for Eric Hostler.
Yeah.
Up top, Oswald. Wide right now for Ashton Hostler. Cross now for Oswald, standing on the left arc. Up top, Ashton Hostler. Throws it over to Hubbard. Hubbard back up top. They wheel it left side. Here's a three. Well off the mark by Oswald.
Good rebound.
Rebound by Baker. 6:25 to go in the fourth. 29-22. And Wilson back up top. Andrew Hedrick gives it off to Mills. To Wilson. Further down in the corner, Baker. Baker out of the corner, up top, Mills. Left side, Alex Hedrick. Back up top, Mills. Mills high left. Mills puts it on the floor. Kicks it out. Andrew Hedrick open for three. Long. Mills got a hand on the ball, but it's going to be Huntington out of a scramble to get it. And here comes Ashton Hostler. Cross for Eric Hostler.
Andrew was too open. That's what it was.
A couple pushes exchanged underneath there. Ooh. Now they got a man open. Eric Hostler. 3-point goal.
Yeah.
They got three, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
a three.
Yeah.
Hoppy said two.
It was a three.
29-25. Andrew Hedrick back. And got the roll.
Nice.
Andrew Hedrick. Timeout, Columbia City. How did he get that one?
Nice drive. Good job avoiding contact with the charge there. Full timeout.
Full timeout for Columbia City. And your timeout underwriter tonight, Myers Hockenbach McNagny LLP, located across from the post office of Columbia City. 248-2224 is the phone number down there, and they're on the web at whitleylaw.com. Known for bowling celebrations, parties, and their famous fried fish. Thank you to Maine Bowl in Columbia City. And not only at Maine Bowl, the Eagles win at home. There's free bowling for students after the game with ID. Maine Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main Street. WJHS Sports, brought to you by the special occasions made at T&T Floral Shop. For weddings, anniversaries, birthday, and love and gifts, delivery and pickup available. More ideas can be seen at T&T Floral Shop's Facebook and Instagram page. Tonight's game brought to you by the family of Sweetheimer Trace Removal and Roll-Off Services. Services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items picked up too since 1986. Sweetheimer Trace Removal and Roll-Off Services. Thanks to the underwriters, Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry here. Fourth quarter action. Sean Bledsoe helping us with stats and spotting. And Courtney at the station. And others involved in this broadcast. It's been an interesting ball game, but a typical Huntington North Columbia City ball game when you come right down to it.
Yeah. Lots of pushing, lots of shoving, all that kind of stuff.
Yep. Physicality galore. And here is the big man McCarver up top. They throw it now. Look out, Oswald. He directs traffic. He lost a handle, gets to McCarver, and back up top they go to Hubbard. Hubbard to McCarver. McCarver tied up by Mills. Back to Hubbard. Hubbard high left. Columbia City's been pretty good on the defense here.
I thought Andrew had that last one there.
Oswald up to Hotchkiss. He's back in the ball game for the first time in a while. And they elevate in the lane. Fire back iron, no good. Loose ball Wilson.
By Red.
Hubbard.
That was a big boy rebound.
Shot in the paint, but back iron, no good. Here comes Andrew Hedrick into the corner. Wilson up the wing. Andrew with 4:40 to go. Alex Hedrick dumps it down on the right side for Mills. Back to Alex. Now back to Andrew high left. Andrew Hedrick with the basketball. Fakes and dribbles and gives it up to Alex Hedrick. Back to Andrew Hedrick. And now Baker takes to the paint. Got slid off the plane. Back up top to Andrew Hedrick with 4:20 to go. And Alex dumps it in the corner. Rhett didn't take it. Back up top, Alex. Up top.
Hit it.
And boy, we had some close shots there, but they didn't take any of them. But it's wasting time.
I wanted Seth to take that one.
Columbia City fans applaud. 4 minutes to go. It's a 6-point ball game. 5 count on. Andrew's got to move it, and he goes right down central, kicks it back to Alex outside the arc. Down to Andrew Hedrick. Andrew gets bumped. No further play. McCarver the foul.
It's not a terrible idea for Huntington North to try to get some steals and
his
foul.
first, team 4.
Get a little closer to the bonus.
Yep. Given the fact they're trailing right now. Substitute. Wyatt Dorman into the ball game for McCarver.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he is.
Jeez. Got good touch, too. Reminds me of Brooks Longenball a little bit.
Yep. So up top, Andrew Hedrick up to Alex Hedrick. Alex around 1, around 2, had it knocked away. He got clubbed.
Hotchkiss just got his 4th.
Hotchkiss got his money's worth. That for Hotchkiss. So McCarver back in for Oswald.
Yep. I mean, he's just going to ride him. He's been sitting the whole time, so. Right?
Well, I think Coach Teagle's got to go with him. The 3:44 to go. And Alex Hedrick flags down an errant pass, but nice job to save it to Andrew. Timeout.
Oh.
Coach Schaus.
He knew it because he had a 4-on-3 there.
Yep.
Dang it.
So timeout Eagles. Timeout underwriter again. Myers Hockenmeyer McNagny LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. Telephone 248-2224 and on the web at WhitleyLaw.com. Culligan Water for home or businesses. Culligan Water offers sales, rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. Also Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, serving locally for 30 years. More information is available at FlowTechPNH.com. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Bart's Car Store. Their selection of cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash your trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store in Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne. Also Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen, or online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry, Sean Bledsoe alongside. 31-25, Columbia City, 3:40 to go in the ball game.
Really like to get you another bucket here.
Yeah, make it
a 3. A 3 would be really nice, but
3-possession game. Yeah. Andrew Hedrick back across the timelines. He picked it up in the backcourt. Andrew gives it up to Mills. Now Mason Baker up top. Mason puts it on the floor. He's being hassled by, who was that? Hostler, Ashton Hostler. Andrew Hedrick up top to Mason Baker.
Nice job,
They're going to go for a trap. And Baker back up top, Andrew Hedrick. They're going to maybe go for that trap. 5 counts on. Andrew's going to have to move it, gives it to Baker. Baker puts it on the floor, across for Andrew Hedrick. 3:05 to go. Andrew Hedrick plays catch, and he got grabbed. No further play.
One more. Now we're in the bonus.
21, Wyatt Dorman with a foul.
His second.
If they want to trap, they're going to have to bring somebody from down low, because if it's just Mason and Andrew up there, they're moving the ball quickly enough that they can't even get him in a trap.
Wyatt Dorman the foul. 3 minutes to go. Andrew Hedrick in the backcourt. Works against Ashton Hostler. And Baker's pass trip. Look out. They got numbers. And Mills fouls. No further play. Basket not good.
Dang it.
It's 8 turnovers for Columbia City.
Yeah, this is going to be 2 points here.
Probably.
2 shots. Eric Hostler.
So this is Ashton Hostler? Yes. So Ashton Hostler to the charity strike.
Hubbard.
Oh, it's Hubbard, sorry.
Yeah.
Hubbard scores the free throw.
Number 30.
Here comes Oswald back in for Hotchkiss.
Yeah, might as well. He's on defense now, so.
Yep. Offense, defense, platoon situation there. Hubbard. Back iron, no good. Loose ball. Oswald missed the bunny. They get it back.
Mason just took it from him.
Big play there. Baker stole it back.
Huge.
From Dorman. And they get it across to Andrew Hedrick. And back up top, Baker. 2:35 to go. Andrew Hedrick has it. Oh, he carried that. Andrew Hedrick in the corner now. Alex Hedrick. Up the wing now. Here's Mills. Back to Alex Hedrick in the corner. Kicks it across to Baker. Good. Up top, Andrew Hedrick. Now to Mills. Into the corner, Alex Hedrick. Alex to the bucket.
It won.
It won.
No, he called nothing. Man, that's an and one. That's a great play by Alex. Holy cow.
What a move.
Holy cow.
Unbelievable. I mean, looked like he ran out of room.
Yeah. Hand.
Here's a 3. That's going to be off the mark. Loose ball, Andrew Hedrick. Andrew jump pass ahead for Rhett Wilson. Rhett goes into the right
Good.
corner. Up the wing out. Now Andrew with 1:45 to go. Andrew Hedrick up top. He's badgered by McCarver. Now he needs help. Gets it to Wilson in tight quarters. Wilson's on the hot seat.
Good job by Rhett.
Drew the foul.
Good job being strong with the ball there. That one goes on Oswald, I think. Yep.
Oswald, the foul is first.
1-1.
1-1 for Rhett Wilson.
Alex Hedrick grabbing his jaw there.
Yeah, he went down hard. And still made the layup.
Well, the ref said this.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I know, he got clubbed. So Wilson, the free throw. Got it.
Rhett.
That makes it 34-26, 8 points. This could put us up 9. So that would mean 3 3-pointers in essence. Missed it! Mills got in on the rebound.
Boy, I thought he had it too. Thought he had it.
Huntington back to the front court with 1.5 to go. If you're Huntington, you got to hustle now. Ashton Hostler up top. Ashton Hostler drives, bounces
offensive.
And loose ball, he misses it. Andrew Hedrick's got it, and they foul Andrew.
Yep.
Hubbard. Tell you what, his third.
1-1.
Tell you, Huntington's the one that kind of went cold here late.
Well, you know, they weren't shooting the ball great. They were just getting it inside, and we've done a much better job of staying in front of guys and playing some help defense so that they can't get in there. I mean, it's just been defensively, we've been a lot better this half.
Here comes Huntington North, 1:12 to go, 34-26 as the Eagles miss another free throw.
Andrew's got a, yep.
Which free throw? That was Wilson missing the free throw, right?
Offensive, yep. Nice job, Andrew.
So McCarver, no Hubbard. His fourth. Team's ninth.
Yeah, you obviously take him. I'm surprised they don't take him and Hotchkiss out and just foul, right?
Yeah.
Full timeout.
Full timeout for the Vikings.
Andrew's got to hit his free throws. I'm going to give him a hard time here.
He was 1 of 2 last, or no, was Rhett 1 of 2?
Rhett was 1 of 2, and Andrew missed the front end.
Oh, that's right. 34-20. So I'm just trying to get. So Andrew did miss. Okay. Just trying to catch up on my stats there. Underwriters again, Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen, or online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. Also, ProFed Credit Union on board tonight. They specialize in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union, 37,000 ATMs and 12 Northern Indiana locations in Columbia City, right next to Walgreens at profedcu.org. Also, Western's Garage, they help print 400 shirts for the student section for home football games. Western's Garage on the scoreboard tonight, helping the school spirit. Western's Garage helping Whitley County with car mechanic services on the northwest side of Columbia City on North County Road 250 West. Columbia City up 8. Columbia City basketball. Be double bonus the next one.
Yep.
Baker gets it in. They shove Andrew Hedrick. Andrew falling out of bounds, gets it to Baker. And gets it to Andrew Hedrick. And across to Alex Hedrick. Alex into the corner, comes back up top. Foul given up by McCarver.
44, Cam McCarver.
Second. See if Alex can step up and show his brother how to make his free throws here.
So Alex Hedrick indeed to the line with 53 seconds. Alex scores the free throw. Ashton Hostler back on. So Alex another one. Columbia City by 9. No, rims out. Holy smokes. And Huntington quickly. 49 seconds. And nice job by Mills to shut his man down. Hotchkiss fakes the 3, now loads it up. Scores! Timeout.
Got to make your free throws, guys.
So, Hotchkiss. A 3-point goal makes it 35-29. Full timeout for the Vikings. So now you're right, it's just down to making free throws. As they're double bonus, or we're double bonus the rest of the way, we've only got 3 fouls. So
yeah, I'd like to see us maybe try to get some steals. You know, if they're running a set or something like that, try to get some steals, get a foul, make them take it out.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex has 3, and Jackson's not in, so nobody really is in foul trouble.
No.
So as long as it's not Alex, I mean, any of our guards can grab a foul. Mills, Baker, they have no fouls. I think Andrew has no fouls. So all 3 of our guards plus Rhett's got 1.
Right.
So just get your hands in there, foul somebody, you know. Make them take it out, make them get back into a set, make them run things that is, you know, out of rhythm.
So Columbia City basketball, after the Hotchkiss 3.
I was surprised he shot it.
Yeah, well, I think
shot faked, and I was like, oh, I think he's going to try to run around her.
Baker can run the baseline. He gets it into Andrew Hedrick, almost lost the handle. He's clipped for the play.
33, Ethan Hubbard.
33, Ethan Hubbard. I think he's not listed there.
Haley Thompson loses in overtime.
Lost in overtime? Wow. Darn.
Yep. There we go, Andrew.
Andrew Hedrick gets the free throw. Oswald back in. And it makes it a 7-point game with 35 seconds. Andrew rimmed out.
Lord, guys.
Look out, here they come. 33 seconds. Cross the timeline into the front court. And now they pick the dribble up. Loose ball. Nice feed. They score. Hubbard.
Zach Hubbard.
Nice pass. I forget who took the pass. But now we get it into Alex, and he runs up the left side. Gets fouled by McCarver. Second.
Fourth over. Cam Carver. 2 shots.
Oh, my.
Alex Hedrick.
He had on his phone, she lost on a stalling call in overtime.
Oh, boy. That's terrible.
Alex hits the free throw, meanwhile.
Knock it down, Alex.
So
again, we've got fouls to give. I wish we would just, boy.
No, there's 2, 38-31, 17 seconds.
You know what I mean? Don't even let it get a 3 off. Just,
yep.
Andrew.
And here comes Huntington across the timeline quickly.
Like fouling right there.
And that ends up in the hands of Hubbard. He elevates, short-armed it. Loose ball, Andrew Hedrick. And a jump ball, no foul.
Oh. That'll do it right there.
Yep.
Big win.
Big win, especially after 2 tough ones.
I mean, we blew the lid off the basket tonight.
Finally. Yep.
I mean, I said it was just going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
You just had to. Once you see that one go in, then everybody's like, oh, finally.
Andrew Hedrick hits the free throw.
See if Andrew can hit more than one in a row here.
He struggled a little bit tonight at the line, but done well otherwise.
Yep.
Coach Teagle's still chomping that gum.
There we go.
And that makes it 40-31, and Huntington back. Ashton Hostler kicks it in the corner. 3. Score! McCarver just
patting the stats there.
Yes, he does.
McCarver was 16 tonight.
So McCarver makes the final score 40-34. What is that? Teams exchanging pleasantries.
Big win. Big win.
So 40-34 your final. And Zach Hubbard ends up with 6 for Huntington. Eric Hostler with 6. 3 for Hotchkiss. 2 for Dorman. 1 for Trout. 16 for McCarver. They ended up tonight with 6 turnovers. Do the Huntington North Vikings. In Columbia City. Drum solo up here, I guess.
They're good.
8 turnovers for Columbia City tonight. 16 for Andrew Hedrick. Mason Baker with 10. Seth Mills with a 3. Alex Hedrick 10. It's only 4 guys in the scoring column tonight, but hey, it took a pretty good effort. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah. I had us down for 9 turnovers.
9 turnovers?
That's what I had.
He had 8, so we're pretty close.
T-Bird wants them.
He
wants them. There you go, T-Bird.
You mustard? You want a hot dog? Oh, hot dogs in the ER. Well, I guess I'll have to eat them. Well, Bledsoe doesn't want hot dogs. You don't. It's not on your diet.
I don't eat hot dogs. If there's a turkey dog, I'd hook me up with a turkey dog.
Well, okay. Well, here, maybe Jim Pope needs a hot dog. Hey, Pope. No.
They can't hurt you. Not a chance.
And the drummer's going at it. And 40-34 your final. So Columbia City off the schneid goes to 9-3.
Big one.
2-1 in the NE8. Huntington will drop to 8-5. And what was their NE8 record? I did not.
0-1, I think. They were 1-1. Lost to Leo, BD Snowball.
So they're 1-2. So in Columbia City with a toughie at Homestead Tuesday evening.
Matty Schmidt.
And then we'll be off to DeKalb on Saturday. So 2 on the road. And we'll see Coach Schaus here in a little bit.
Yeah, you got to think.
So the crowd goes home happy. Crowd's still milling about. The Columbia City crowd, anyway. And Lady Eagles tomorrow night, North Arena. That should be an interesting ball game.
Telling you. Eagles by 15.
By 15. Matt Curry's prediction?
Eagles by 15. Or more.
We'll see what Coach Scheer and crew and company have in store for tomorrow night. As that'll be a good one. And then the Lady Eagles, let's see, they only have one game next week, and that's hosting DeKalb Friday evening here. As they're getting down to the old nitty gritty now.
I can't get any more, can I? Go back to you.
You cut him. You shut that mic off real quick. No, never mind. Oh, well, okay. Well, at any rate, Coach Schaus, welcome to the broadcast. Congratulations on a hard-fought win there, and we came alive when we had to in the second half. Came out of the locker room and got it going finally.
Yeah, and we made some shots, and I think the biggest thing probably was just talking to the guys and saying we're getting the looks that we want even in the first half. I mean, we're getting open shots, and as I told you guys or texted you, the other night, shots are eventually going to start falling, and I thought our guys again stuck with it. Mason Baker again hit some big ones. Kind of been struggling from outside, but hit some big ones, and I'm just proud of our guys. Obviously, our defensive effort, holding number 3 Hubbard to 3 points. I think he ended up with. He was a great player, averaging 18, 19 points. We all did our job. And this is with Jackson Crawford, who typically plays 28 minutes, whatever, a game, playing 6, without Elias Spellman, one of our starters. Clayton's kind of dealing with some stomach stuff, but again, found a way to fight through some of that stuff and get the job done.
And the defense was really, I think we made the big run there in the third, and then we put the clamps on them. And we made, other than a couple inside spells where they got some nice passes, we pretty much stuck to them like glue, and they didn't get much done.
Yeah, we had a couple different things that we tried to do against them defensively. We did a great job, and it's not always going to be perfect. And there's going to be breakdowns, but for the most part, I thought our job defensively was superb, and again, credit to our guys for following through with the game plan and doing their job each possession.
Yeah, and I noticed a couple of guys came out in warm-ups for the second half, and I was just watching out of curiosity, and that the shots in the warm-ups were starting to fall, so I thought that was a good sign. I saw Baker hit 4 in a row over there, and then I saw either one of the Hedricks hit a couple 3 in a row, so I could kind of see that it was coming.
Yeah, and like I said, we got the shots that we wanted in the first half. And they do a nice job, similar to us, taking that pain away. And they do a great job taking post touches. Jackson, didn't get many touches while he was in. But again, like I said, we stuck with it, and we have guys who can make shots. We have guys who think next shot. Thank goodness they do think about the next shot instead of the last one. And we made a few. And like I said, but we won this game because of our defense, because of our effort on that end, and finishing plays with rebounds. We didn't really give up too many offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and the ball movement, I thought, going down the stretch was key for us. We kept it moving. They were obviously trying to trap us and everything else, but a good job of moving the ball by your squad.
Yeah, those are tough situations. As a coach, you see it's such a low possession game, low scoring game. Like, man, let's just hold it. Let's make them foul us. Get to the free throw line, knock those in. Wish we would have done a better job of that, making both instead of just the one. But again, those are decisions we make, and we made enough plays at the end to win it, and made enough free throws to win it.
And this win, obviously big. I don't have to ask you how big. It's just a big win. We had a couple of similar games where we had trouble shooting. Lost a tough one the other night in conference to Belmont. So this was big.
Yeah, it feels really good. It feels good to be back and talk to you. And I got to do a better job, even when I'm being a sore loser, to come out and talk still, and I will do a better job of that. But it feels good to, kind of, even when we don't have our best shooting night, and I still don't know what our percentage was, from the field. Still probably not great, but still finding a way to get it done. Because, I think the last 2 games that we had, Northwood and Belmont included, I still think we could have won those games, even for as poorly as we shot the basketball. So to find a way to get it done, especially against a conference opponent, a good team in Huntington North, well-coached team, feels really good.
Well, after this big one here, you get to enjoy that for a little while, and then you've got to get to work and play a tough Homestead team, which we didn't see a year ago, and we all know what they're about. What are you seeing there? That's going to be a tough one on the road. You got 2 on the road next week, and starting with Homestead Tuesday night.
Yeah, very tough. Obviously have one of, to me, probably the Mr. Basketball in Indiana, especially if you would have been here all 4 years here. But and Fletcher Lawyer, great player, and you can only hope to slow him down some. Obviously, we'll have a plan to try to do that to the best of our ability, but I'm excited for the opportunity. It's a sectional opponent. It's something that we're going to have to beat if we want to continue in the state tournament, and I know our guys are looking forward to it. I know that they're hungry for, obviously, I told them to enjoy this one and really enjoy it this weekend, but I think they're excited to, start competing against teams like this, beating teams like this. So it's going to be fun. Good opportunity.
Yes, it will. And, Coach, we'll let you go with that. And thanks for coming out again, and appreciate your time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Matt Schaus, very happy Matt Schaus here tonight. So Matt Schaus, very happy with the win. And, boy, we finally started hitting some shots, and that was big. Oops, wrong one. We'll try to get doing what I'm trying to do here instead of messing things up. So, thank you. So, wow, what a night. Looked like Columbia City was kind of in hot water there, as it was a 13-6 game at the half, and we outscore them. Let's see, Matt, that looks like a 27-point second half to me. I think so for us.
What do we have? What was the final score?
40-34.
40-34. We scored 34 points in the second half.
Okay, we only had 6. That's right. Yeah, it's 13-6. Wow. Yes. What a game.
Pop the lid off. That's all you got to do.
Yes, we did. And those guys were starting to, they were starting to hit them in the warm-ups out in the second half. And, I noticed the guys coming out, they didn't really look panicked or anything. Not that they would.
Nope.
But they came out of the locker room, the business-like approach, and some smiles here and there, and some little chatting here and there, and they took their warm-ups, and that's that. Well, Coach House goes back to the defense.
Yeah, I mean, I said it too. Defensively in the second half, we were just much better helping, much better in gaps, much better in passing lanes. It was just all around much better half.
We made life miserable for them defensively there.
Yes.
In the third and fourth quarter.
Yes.
Because how many do we hold them to? So we only held them to what? 21 points, second half.
Yep.
But we shut them down.
Yep.
Pretty much there in the third quarter, and they only got what? 2, 4, 6, 7 in the third. So we really put the clamps on them, and good to see Mason Baker moving a little bit more freely tonight. I know he's got that boot back on, but
I would assume he'll probably wear that the rest of the year.
Probably.
Just because.
So, what a deal. Well, tomorrow night, the action comes to you from North Arena in Huntington, and that'll be a good one. Lady Eagles, Lady Vikings. Coach Shear and company, good luck there. And unfortunately, Haley Thompson loses in overtime in the state championship match in her weight class in ladies wrestling on a stalling call. And, of course, in overtime, it's sudden death in wrestling. And so you got the stalling warning. She must have got 2 stallings, because I think you get warned the first time. Don't you get warned the first time on stalling in wrestling? I think you do, don't you?
You get a warning.
You get a warning. So she must have got 2 stalling calls, and to lose on that that's tough. That is tough. So good run by the lady wrestlers. We'll get more details on that as we go. Good job there to everybody involved with that. So that's going to about wrap it up for tonight. Thanks to Sean Bledsoe with stats and spotting for us tonight, and Courtney at the station, and everybody else involved with this broadcast, and the underwriters, of course. Tonight, they were Morse's Builders Mart, Bart's Car Store, Mike & Son Satellite TV Services. Actually, this is a different copy than I have, but at any rate, Indiana Physical Therapy, Myers, Hockenheim, McNagny, LLP, Maine Bowl, TNT Florist, Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services, and I think that's all she wrote for tonight. Well, it's going to wrap it up for my broadcast partner, Matt Curry. Andrew Thompson saying so long from Columbia City High School. Telling you once again the final score, 40-34, and it favored the Columbia City Eagles. Thanks for listening. Good night, everyone.